Alright, welcome to episode 18, I think, Miscellaneous Discussions. I am one of your hosts, Drew, alongside your other host, Nick. Nick, how are you doing?
Well, Drew, after the week that I've just had, I'm doing damn good.
Oh yeah? Is that right?
The good much outweighs the bad this week for me.
I mean,
Okay, we saw a return from Goldberg, and I fucked up my ankle, and I've had a fucking limp like the past 2 days. But the good has outweighed the bad.
yeah,
Classify this as a good week.
that's the way to think about it, Nick. That's the way to think. But, yeah, you said it with the Goldberg thing. Well, surely enough, we'll cover that in a few minutes. But, Nick, overall, what did you think of wrestling this week? Good week, bad week,
Um,
decent week.
I Everything that I watched was pretty solid.
Yeah,
Um, was some stuff that I didn't watch. Like, I believe Wrestle Kingdom was this week.
it
I
was.
believe that was
Yeah,
Monday and Tuesday. And then I was there. There's a few things from Dynamite that I want to check out that I haven't yet. And is it the thing with New Japan? I would watch New Japan if I knew how. And it's apparently coming to U.S. television soon. So
again.
whenever that happens, I will start watching because I do like the New Japan product. I just, I don't like fanboy over it. You know. But I saw Kota Ibushi won the IWGP and IWGP Intercontinental titles. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. And something that everyone's talking about. Apparently, Jay White might be leaving New Japan. I don't. I personally think that's a work, but I don't know.
Well, apparently, there's some pretty
Yeah,
rumors of him going to WWE are ramping up.
yeah.
I've never liked Jay White, to be honest. I don't know what it is about it. I just have never liked him. So kind of hope he doesn't go to WWE.
What's weird? What I'll say is, WWE just got a good amount of people that they are not using.
Hmm.
So I'd hope that they can, um, figure out what they want to do with him before they go and get Jay White. And I get Jay White's probably going to bring in a good amount of people to see what he's going to do.
Hmm.
But
And that'd bring in a good amount of the Japanese market.
yeah, so I don't know. If he goes to WWE, that's good for him. You know, don't be a mark for the letters, be a mark for the dollar signs.
I mean, you got a five-star talent, Ethan Page, who's possibly going there, and I have no idea what he could do there. So like, I have no fucking clue what Jay White would do.
I said it last week. What if this was just a big rib to just for Ethan Page's amusement? You even said would really be for nothing, even though that's something Ethan Page would do.
Yeah, Ethan Page would do that just to stir up the internet because that's the kind of guy that Ethan Page is, and that's how smart Ethan Page is. He'll go to any
Yeah,
length to get attention. Yeah, 100%. That's what you should do.
but did you see the rematch is happening at Hard to Kill?
Oh man, I didn't. I
So
haven't watched that on YouTube yet. The Ethan Page
I didn't
Friday Night
watch it. I just
match.
saw the result.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
But my guess is we're gonna predict Hard to Kill next week, anyways, on next week's show.
Hmm.
So we'll save it for there. Um,
Which this show should be going up Saturday before Genesis, and
yes,
Hard to Kill is next week. So next week's show also should be going up on Saturday before Hard to Kill,
yeah,
which we'll get into it. Oh, but oh my God, Hard to Kill is fucking stacked. What a
it is.
stacked show,
It
man.
is. And then But yeah, so there's a chance WWE's getting a good more talent, which for guys who support WWE like you and I, this is great. I'm sure for people who don't support WWE and are just thinking negatively about guys going there, I guess it's not
Well,
great for
I
them.
never see. I hate people like who are like, "Oh, that guy shouldn't have gone to WWE." Like, if you don't like WWE and someone you like goes there, don't shit on it. Just be happy for the person, you know, being in the biggest wrestling company in the world and making a lot of money.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. Like they're making a living, even though they were making a living wherever they were before. I'm sure, but like I guess now there's a guarantee because like
Hmm.
they're in the biggest wrestling company in the world, and and to a lot of these guys, this was their dream, and it still is their dream. And now they're living the dream. Like you couldn't ask for a better life than that. So
Yeah, like
I'm sure.
every single person that's ever wanted to be a wrestler has at one point been like, I want to work for the WWE, you know,
Like there are people out there who don't want to,
because that's the
and
place.
yeah, and if you don't want to, like that's fine.
Yeah, that's you. But there's a
Yeah,
lot of people that do,
and
and everyone should respect everyone's decision for who they want to work for. But
yeah,
me personally, I agree with the Eddie Kingston philosophy. Don't be a mark for the letters, be a mark for the dollar sign. Whoever pays the most, that's where I think you should go.
that's what I think as well. And I'm sure that's why that and his mom said he wouldn't be happy in WWE. I'm sure that's why Eddie Kingston went to AEW.
Yeah, and Eddie Kingston, like he was just gonna be there to be a coach, So I
Well,
I
I
bet he's
think
probably
after the
making more in
yeah,
AEW as a
he's
top
definitely
guy.
making more. But
Yeah,
from what I heard, so they wanted to be a coach numerous offers before. I'm pretty sure after his match with Cody, when he got that offer, that was going to be as a wrestler. I might be wrong.
I feel like he was probably just gonna be put in a Chris Hero role.
Yeah,
Like just there to put like guys over and like teach young guys how to work in the ring, like experience
yeah,
give some guys some experience, help out around the PC.
and then be out the door.
Hmm. Sadly, cannot
Yeah,
wait to see where Chris Hero ends up. I'm so excited. 2021, man, excited.
but yeah, so good for Eddie Kingston. I'm happy for when anybody gets signed. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
don't. I don't want to have
Hmm.
that. I guess there's no other way to say it, but the Mark mentality, where like, oh, he shouldn't have gone there. You know what I mean? I think
Hmm.
the prime example is Ben Carter,
Hmm.
which he debuted this week. I actually watched that match, Nick. I thought it was pretty good.
I would have watched it.
No, I know
If
why you
this was like
didn't.
I would have watched it if this was like a year ago. If this was like a year ago, I would have been watched that match days ago.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I wasn't impressed, and I mean, I like Ben Carter as a wrestler. I guess I like Jordan Devlin, but I mean, like, I don't care for Jordan Devlin much anymore.
Oh yeah, Jordan Devlin is such a great wrestler, but as a person, I do not like the guy at all anymore. So I don't want to watch him.
The only thing I took away from that was like, man, Jordan Devlin has got a gut now.
I bet he was just like, you're not gonna bring me back to TV. Why should I care to work out? Oh, you're bringing me back to TV, huh? Huh.
I'm gonna have the build him up philosophy when he said to Sammy Callahan, "Fattest 200 pounder I've ever seen." Well, Bear, you're just fat. All right, but yeah.
Yeah,
So go
when
ahead.
when it was confirmed that Ben Carter was going to WWE, I was literally like, when it was confirmed that he was going to NXT UK, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad he's going to NXT UK because that's better than him just being another guy in the cruiserweight division. And then he feuds with Jordan Devlin in NXT UK, the real cruiserweight champion. We have two cruiserweight champions, and I like neither of them.
How much you want to bet Jordan Devlin is the guy to beat Santos Escobar too?
I hope
Not,
not.
not, not probably your new favorite dork, Kurt Stallion. He's gonna be in a tag team with August Gray now. Like that's the plan. He's gonna lose to Escobar, and then he's just gonna be in a team. How does that make you feel, Nick?
I mean, I watched that 6-man from 205 last week with him and Everrise versus Davari and the Bollywood Boys, and yeah, he looks, solid.
Oh yeah.
He's still got a really weird body. Like that's my biggest thing with him is that he's got a really weird, lanky looking body.
According to August Gray, him and Kurt are working out every day. Every day. So, maybe they're putting the work in. But I agree with you. I think he's good. I mean, you and Dustin make the joke that he's my new hero. I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, you love him.
I love him. I love Kurt Stallion. I do also
Dude,
really like August Gray too.
I've made the joke before. You're just really into bland white guys. That's why Hook's your new favorite in AEW.
That's right. Hook is my new favorite, baby. My man, Hook. Hook.
It's like the Samoa Joe chant, but it's Hook. Hook.
Fucking that motherfucker.
You're doing the fucking. You're sitting on the top rope doing the Sami Zayn dance.
Fuck, motherfucker. That dude looks like he's fucking Ari.
He does. Fucking, I was telling Drew before we got on here. He looks like someone I'd fucking pass in the hallway on my way to fucking English class.
I'm gonna say my joke, Nick. Hey, Hook. That girl over there. She single?
Not anymore.
Oh, damn it. Hey, Hook, $5 I'm gonna sleep with this girl. $10 I will. Deal.
He looks like a kid I'd see when I walk. He looks like a kid that I'd see quickly trying to shove his vape back into his coat pocket when I walk into the bathroom.
Oh, dude, he does. He does. Nick, you know what this means, right? If Hook can make it on TV, we can't. There's a reason why, because he's Taz's son. And I get it. Team Taz, Hook. I mean, Hook's the breakout star of Team Taz. Ricky Starks who? Powerhouse Hobbs, you're shitting me.
Brian Cage, he's on the gas. Who needs him?
And Taz? Who is Taz?
He looks like a basketball.
You give me more Hook on your TV show. I'll consider watching.
You put Hook on TV, you're gonna hook me in.
Give me. I mean, people say Cody is probably the safest worker for Sting to work. I'm giving him Hook. Brian Cage getting the TNT title shot next week. Why isn't it Hook?
Man, Darren's got big heat with Hook because Darren thinks he's Taz's real son.
I mean, Hook's a little white to be Taz's son.
It's like fucking Carmen.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be half Mexican, half Cuban. That's pretty fucking white for half Mexican, half Cuban.
That is very true. Man. So Nick, how'd you feel going into Legends Night, man?
I came in excited and came out disappointed.
Absolutely. I went in ready for Carlito's Cabana, and I didn't get it.
Man, and you know how you shouldn't kick off Legends Night? A 20-minute boring ass tag match.
Well, that whole segment wasn't good until it's
Teddy
the mech
Long
militant.
Teddy Long was the only good thing in that entire fucking segment and match thereafter.
Dude, Dustin called me the next day and he said, "Why does Teddy Long dye his beard? It looks weird."
Dude, Teddy Long is funny as fuck and the talking shop of manias. He's just like, I don't know why the fuck I'm here. This fucking bullshit. It's the fucking drizzling shits. I'm just here to get paid.
Attitude. You're gonna go one-on-one. You, Miz and Morrison? You're gonna go face The Undertaker. Oh, take her! Take her!
Kofi's like, yes!
You guys are done! Here comes fucking Adam Pearce.
The big future #1 contender for the Universal title comes out.
Yes.
If I would have told you a week ago from now,
You
that
could have
Adam
literally
Pearce,
asked me. You could have literally asked me yesterday.
if I would have asked you
maybe even
anytime,
2 hours ago.
if I would have asked you any point before fucking SmackDown tonight, do you think Adam Pearce is gonna face Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble? What would your response have been?
I would have said, "What are you smoking?"
No, I know your exact response. If I would have asked you that, you would have texted back. You would have said, dot dot dot, no, dot dot dot.
We'll go with that. I would have probably said "Scrap Daddy" or something like that.
Like, oh hell yeah,
Oh fuck yeah!
oh yes sir.
I mean, we talked about dream matches. You got Hiding like Luther Reigns, right? Like that's number one. The Undertaker versus main event Jey Uso.
That's Taker's dream match.
Starting to become my dream match. It's because I hang around Taker too much. And then you
Bottom's dream match, him in Theory.
Him in Theory. And then you got Adam Pearce, former NWA World Champion.
Multi-time former NWA World Champion.
Multi-time. The man who faced Colt Cabana in 7 levels of hate against the head of the table, the tribal chief, the big dog, the Universal
Head of the
Champion,
table, the tribal chief, the man who provides for generations and generations of this family.
The Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. I mean, you can't make it up.
I mean, Adam Pearce, he's a better NWA World Champion than Tim Storm. And to us, that says a lot.
What'd you say? Me laughing for it. It's not funny. That's not funny.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
You are making a mockery out of something that I worked hard for, something I adore.
Something that I loved.
Something that I brought home to Mama Storm. I said, "Mama, did you proud?"
Oh, Jesus.
Who his name is Scrap Daddy.
I didn't know that was his fucking nickname until you told me earlier.
Yeah, it is. He also did an interview with Marky Extreme.
Oh yeah.
People wonder why the wrestling business is literally in the toilet. Guys like John Cena. Sorry, John.
Someone posted a picture of him earlier with the NWA title. I'm like, man, he did not have a good look. No wonder he didn't get signed.
I wasn't good enough to be in the WWE, but I was good enough to be a producer.
And Adam Pearce continuing the trend of former NWA World Champions looking like jokes.
Oh, we're talking. Oh, you're gonna bring truth into this now.
You think Adam Pearce is gonna win the 24/7 title?
You think Adam Pearce is gonna just be a full-time talent? No.
You know what? That's actually a good question. If he puts in a good showing at the Rumble and it's like a legitimate match, maybe.
Come here, pal. You're hired. Vince already
Brian's
worked
just
here.
Brian's just been watching a lot of old tapes, trying to convince. Hey, Pierce, come on, man, just one more match, man.
Is he gonna be against you, Daniel? No. Roman.
No.
And you're gonna get speared in like 5 seconds. Oh, so it's not even gonna be a match. No. Alright, sure, I'll do it.
Also, you already know 100% Shinsuke not this. All of a sudden, new push Shinsuke's getting all Daniel Bryan's idea. You already know.
Oh yeah. All Daniel's idea.
He's like, I'll even put him over.
You know, even Grand Metalik, like, getting a shot against Santos Escobar. That was somehow Daniel Bryan's idea. He called in a favor. He said, Hunter, you gotta give this guy a shot at New Year's Evil. Daniel, he's not even on my roster. I talked to Vince. He said you can use him. I guess I'll do it.
No, he'd go, I talked to Vince. He doesn't even know who he is. You can get away with it.
You're right. Man. So Legends Night, Nick, okay?
Difference between being good,
Great.
being a legend.
Being a legend. Listen, I'll tell you what. I actually declined being on Legends Night. I said, Vince, I'm enjoying doing nothing right now.
I mean, I'm just sitting at home, my wife and my daughter playing Battlegrounds, having a good time.
On Friday nights, that's reserved to watch Main Event Jey Uso. I don't even watch the whole show.
I just tune in for Main Event Jey Uso.
So, Mark, you're telling me I gotta push him.
Yes.
He goes. Kidding me?
No, Vince is like, so I should probably push him, huh? And Terry's like, you think?
Vince, I'm no genius or anything. You're right, you're not. But I think you should push Main Event Jey Uso. Main Event Jey Uso. You don't know who he is? No. Mark, I'm sorry.
I don't keep up with the product. Vince is your product.
It's all. I let Edge and Daniel Bryan book the product. Edge is behind that shit show on Monday nights.
I say that son of a bitch straight to hell.
He's probably having Michael Hayes work with him on it, and Christian. Now, who's working on here on SmackDown? Daniel Bryan. Who's working with them over here? Fucking Samoa Joe.
What if fucking
Nigel
SmackDown
McGuinness?
What if SmackDown just turned into Ring of Honor? That'd be pretty sick.
I mean, it's like Ring of Honor. But like Roman Reigns.
Bring up UE.
That's where I want UE to go with SmackDown. I mean, could you imagine, like Roderick Strong, Mr. SmackDown? I mean, I can't either. I think that dude's like.
Adam Cole will be a 3-time Universal Champion.
Leader of the club, the OC.
The Undisputed Club.
So they're gonna bring up UE and put AJ on SmackDown, and that's gonna be the group. to, I mean, Vince, we gotta show Don Callis he ain't worth shit.
Show him who's boss around here in this business.
I mean, he says he makes history. I said, kid, I'm gonna make history out of you because you're gonna be his.
Don, I made history of you back in the Attitude Era, and I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, god damn it. Vince brought out the big gun. Don, I think it's time to say goodbye. I'll let you have fun for a little bit too long. Playtime's over, kid.
Scott D'Amore's just like, don't worry, Don, you still got Ace Austin. That's a good point.
Kid, I'll bury Ace Austin. I mean, he's already working at Hot Topic. I mean, when he comes here, he's not. It's gonna be his full-time job, you know.
Yeah. To anyone that doesn't know this, I just learned that this week. Ace Austin has been working at Hot Topic for 10 years, and that includes still to this day.
Could you wait? Okay, Nick, think about this.
Tommy Dreamer goes, huh, so that's why you got me that Hot Topic shirt for Christmas.
Yeah, Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy.
Listen, I mean, I got a friend in Tennessee. He's like a mayor or something. I mean, not in Nashville, but like, I can fly out, drive with him, and go, Ace, come here. You want to work for the WWE, kid?
You want to go to New York? What about Orlando?
I mean, I got a good thing going here. You have a great thing going down there. They're going to push you with Alex Zane because you two have the same hairstyle. I mean, I think that's a pretty good...
Make you a tag team.
I'm supposed to be the world champion here. Yeah, but this... I mean, nobody says it. This place is shit. You said it. You said, hey, look at this year, though. I mean, we got Eric Young. Grandpa.
Hey!
What year?
They fucking lock eyes like two old gunslingers.
I know. That's the dramatic. There's that music that was like... Eric. Digger.
Me, what? Mark?
Son.
Fucking Taker. Look at that one Taker theme starts playing. You done it now. You've gone and made a big mistake. Oh, man. Jesus, I apologize for the excessive amount of very loud trucks that are out here tonight. I know that always gets picked up in my audio, but it's excessive tonight, and we're only like half an hour into the show.
This whole show has been us being Taker. Could you imagine if Vince dies and he goes, the WWE is going to Mark?
Oh!
Hell yeah.
Main event Uso just so happens to win the Universal title the next night.
He was the best option.
Drew, I swear to God, if you're going to fucking check on the laundry again.
I'm not.
I don't know if we ever talked about, but when me and Drew were doing the interview with Robert Martyr, which by the way, if you haven't checked that out yet, please do. It's a great interview. When we were doing that, Drew comes. I think it was like the next day or something. Drew told me, he's like after we took a break after we were already talking for like an hour and a half. And he told me when he went downstairs, his mom was just like, "Where were you?" And he's like, "I was using the bathroom." I'm like, "You told your mommy you was in the bathroom for an hour and a half?" And he's like, "She knew I was lying." Jesus. But yeah, so yeah, Teddy Long was on Raw for anyone that didn't watch. That was awesome. Always love seeing Teddy Long. You know, whether it just be a cameo appearance or something. I just like seeing Teddy Long. Grew up with Teddy, you know.
The last time you saw Teddy Long was when he thought he was the Raw GM and Vince said, "Teddy, it's not you."
No, remember he was on Law and Otis?
Oh, he was, yeah.
And then I saw him on both Talking Shop Manias.
That's not the WWE kid.
So, one thing I want to point out. So last week, Raw ended with a cliffhanger of Randy Orton possibly setting Alexa Bliss on fire and murdering her. So how do we follow that up with a backstage interview? Jesus. This angle is starting to feel like a roller coaster. What the fuck was that? You have Randy Orton almost like tease that he's going to set Alexa Bliss on fire and murder her, and you follow it up with nothing the next week between him, Alexa Bliss, or the Fiend, and just a backstage interview like, Randy Orton, what happened? And he fucking just like, oh, I didn't do it. I had mercy for her. I feel bad that I had mercy for her. I really do not want them to fumble this Randy Orton and Fiend Alexa Bliss storyline because it's really good. Like the stuff they've done so far has been really good. But I don't know. Like Randy Orton's just gonna be in the Royal Rumble. Maybe the Fiend comes back during the Rumble and he calls Orton the match or something. I really don't know. But since they're not having a match at the Rumble, I'm assuming at this point, they're probably gonna drag this out until WrestleMania, which I don't have a problem with. I would really love a Firefly Funhouse match with Orton and Fiend. I think that'd be really cool. I've been wanting that ever since this feud started, just because it would be a really. I want to see a nice, you know, recap of Randy Orton's career. I don't know if I don't know if Orton would go away like Cena did after the Firefly Funhouse with the Fiend. Maybe. I don't know though, because Orton's one of your bigger stars and he's full time. So I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But for anyone wondering, Drew has been muted this entire time while only I've been talking. I have no idea what he's doing, but I'm just going to keep talking so that we don't have dead air. We have bits of dead air though, because I don't know what to say.
Sorry, I got a call from Tager. I mean, I was in deep shit. Nah, I'm But so Nick, with this whole Firefly Funhouse thing, you really think they're gonna wait to do Edge and Orton again?
I don't know. I honestly would not be mad at all if Orton and Edge doesn't continue.
Where do you think Edge would go? Oh, AJ Styles is on Raw. Never mind.
Yeah, I want that. I want I want Edge and AJ, and I want Edge and Seth. Those are the two Edge matches I really want to see.
Do you think Seth is coming back at the Rumble? Because
I don't know. I really hope they don't do Seth and Roman at Mania.
I don't really want babyface Seth. At least
Yeah,
right now. I'm enjoying his Messiah
I
work. If
I
they
don't
have
want
him work
babyface.
somebody else besides the damn Mysterios.
You know, I don't want babyface Seth for a long ass time because it's not like Seth turned heel just because he's a really hot babyface. Let's turn him into a really hot heel. No, you turned him heel because he was a really shitty babyface. It wasn't getting over. So I don't want to see him as a face again for a while. Although I could see them turning him back babyface just because there's no crowds for to boo him, you know?
Yeah, but also with Shinsuke turning face tonight, do they really need another top babyface? Because when Seth comes back, he's going to be in
Well,
the main event picture.
I feel like you need all the main event baby faces you can get if you got a top monster heel that's going to hold that belt for a long time.
That is true. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Like, top babyfaces like Adam Pearce. Listen, we'll talk about this later, but all I'll say is I'm not mad about it. I'm really not.
Yeah, I told Drew this like right after it happened. Like, it's since it's SmackDown, I bet it's gonna be booked well. Like if this was Raw, they would fumble it and be terrible. But SmackDown has everything booking wise involved with SmackDown has just been absolutely great past few months.
Yes, sir. It's since Roman came back that that's when everything started to become great.
Oh, Roman's creative ever since he's come back, except for like I didn't enjoy those first couple weeks during the build to him and Jey Uso where they had Roman and Jey facing like Sheamus and Baron Corbin. I didn't enjoy that personally, but besides like those few weeks, there's not been a single bad thing creative wise involving Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, and I mean he's got a good amount of challengers after this whole thing with Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce. So yeah, but who else was on Legends Night? Um, I saw Melina, but that really doesn't matter professionally.
It's sanctioned by Melina.
Ooh, ooh. Hold on, I gotta unbutton my last button. Boom. Ugh.
Yeah,
I mean,
I have in my notes here. What the fuck? Question mark laughing emoji. I'm still trying to think what
was that
that.
to the Angel Garza Boogeyman thing?
No, because all I have for that I have damn.
Oh. Well, I saw somebody rated that embarrassing, and I was like, that was not embarrassing. I popped for the Boogeyman, I'll have you know.
When Bagat Wrestling was pissed that they misused the boogeyman.
Dude, Boogeyman should have won the. Yeah, that's 2 years. That's like the past 2 years. Boogeyman's been on. Like, he was on Raw Reunion. He didn't win the 24/7 title. He was on Legends Night. He didn't win the 24/7 title. When am I gonna get a Boogeyman title reign next?
Oh yeah, when I saw Boogeyman, I'm like, yes, let Boogeyman win the 24/7 title.
And they didn't. Dustin texted me. He said they misused Boogeyman, and I was like, how? And he said he should have been world champion. I said, okay.
Are you a Boogeyman fan? Like, shoot.
Me? Shoot? Yes, I like the Boogeyman.
Oh,
Well, I don't. I mean, he's whatever in the ring. I just thought his character was funny.
I never really, I don't care for the boogeyman that much. I told you this, I told you this before. Like, it's so weird because he would just wrestle like a normal guy, like a normal wrestler. You know, it's weird.
Yeah, yeah. He just ate worms, and gave himself a concussion with clocks.
Yeah, like his character, like he was fully committed to that character, but when he got in the ring, he was just a normal, not very good wrestler.
I told
Also,
Dustin,
do you
I
know
said,
Boogeyman's backstory, by the way?
Boogeyman's backstory. Wasn't, so Darian put this on his story. You mean like how they were hyping up the Boogeyman?
Yeah, like he was a TV character.
Yeah, and then Palmer Cannon signed him, which is probably why he got bullied. Let me stop.
Yeah, he was like
That's not very
the
nice.
the Boogeyman was a TV character on a show on the channel that SmackDown was on at
UPN,
the time.
UPN, yeah.
Yeah, and then the actor went crazy and turned like in his mind actually turned into this character, the Boogeyman, that was supposed to be on a television show, and then Palmer Cannon hired him on SmackDown.
That's got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Drew, you a fan of Palmer Cannon?
I know Rey Mysterio was.
How
Palmer, come
much
on,
did you
man.
love the juniors division?
I wasn't a fan.
Oh,
Wasn't. I never really. Palmer Cannon was weird because I remember. Wasn't he the one that also named Eddie Guerrero #1 contender? Because I think he was gonna name. Who was Teddy Long gonna name #1 contender? I forgot. He was gonna say somebody else, and Palmer Cannon went Eddie Guerrero, and Teddy went Playa, and looked so mad. So then,
I heard Palmer. Everyone knows Palmer Cannon. Palmer Cannon left WWE because he got bullied. Drew, you
and
already know
Ray
the two names that popped into my head when I heard that.
Palmer boy, come on.
Fuck you think you're doing in my locker room? Huh?
What you think? Because you fucking wear glasses and have blonde hair, you think you're gonna make it in this business?
You think you're better than me? Huh?
I'll show you some toothless aggression. Chris,
Yeah,
what's
get
going
him,
on?
Benoit.
Get him, Benoit.
Teach that boy a lesson.
Fucking hardcore Holly. Some people think I'm an asshole. I'm not an asshole.
I don't give a damn what people think of me.
Kiss my ass.
He's so funny.
I mean,
You remember that one YouTube clip of him where he's like talking about how he's gonna torture Ken Anderson?
Dang. Didn't he say, who did he say was King Kennedy? Was it the Roy? Was it the drugs?
I think so. He said something about drugs. Dude, but he's talking about how he's gonna torture him, and then fucking Sean Oliver showed Ken Anderson that clip, and Ken Anderson's like, me and Bob are fine.
No, I remember it. He said, me and Bob hugged, kissed on the mouth, and everything. It's like, what the heck?
I said, alright, man.
I said, alright, Ken, that's too much. You and Bob seem a little more affectionate than I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, I
man,
love
Bob and
Bob
I love
Harley.
each other. Yeah, Hornswoggle said that too, because Hornswoggle said Bob Holly was a dick, and Sean Oliver went, "You just saying this because you're Kennedy's friend." And he looked so mad. He's like, "Are you just saying this because you're Kennedy's friend?" And Hornswoggle went, "No, they're cool now, as far as I know." He went, "Okay, all right." Also with the Sheamus thing, Sheamus, dick. Thank you. Nobody else.
No one else
No.
would say it.
Are you serious?
After we kill the, hey man, that was great. By the way, Sheamus, huge dick.
I think he knows it's a dick.
Hey, wait, Drew, one more question. You think Bob Holly and Charlie Haas should have won the tag titles?
I mean, who doesn't? I don't know, bro. I mean, they were weren't they a tag team when like Eminem were the tag champs?
Yeah, it was them versus Eminem at Judgment Day '05.
Probably not. At that point, I guess not.
And then, also on that show was the big conclusion of the Booker T Kurt Angle feud. And
You
Booker
know
T
what
was
else?
backstage looking for Kurt Angle. And he said, "Where the hell's Kurt Angle?" And Bob was like, "Calm down, I don't know where he's at."
Didn't know. On an episode of SmackDown, Mark Jindrak called Sharmell a slut. And he was like, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. And she looks like she's
What
gonna
do you
cry.
mean? The fuck does he mean? I didn't mean it like that.
He said it slipped out. And Booker T went, "What's going on here?" And Sharmell goes, "He called me a slut." And Booker T went, "What? Say it again." And uppercutted him.
I fucking love a good Booker T uppercut. Fuck.
Led to Jindrak and Booker T on that SmackDown. But
Did you watch the match?
no, I just saw the
Oh
segment.
man, that was a 5-star classic.
Was it?
I
So
bet.
it's like Mark Jindrak
Probably.
up there with like Luther Reigns and Heidenreich.
People ask me before, what is my Mount Rushmore of wrestling?
Like,
And I always say all the time, Luther Reigns, Heidenreich, Mark Jindrak, and Nathan Jones.
It's okay. I mean, what do you say to that? I mean, let me run down this list for you. Luther Reigns, best worker I've been with. Heidenreich, one of my favorite feuds. Mark Jindrak, can't say I worked with the kid. Nathan
They
Jones, that's
probably
my friend.
work.
They did work because of the Luther Reigns feud.
Saw a movie starring Nathan Jones at Big Lots the other day. $3. So that's $3 too much, I bet.
You think so?
Probably. It's like Jujitsu Monster or something like that.
Jiu-Jitsu Monster. Jesus. You think Nathan Jones got bullied? No, the reason Nathan Jones left was because of the travel, I think.
Yeah, and they took a tour. They were on tour in Australia, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna stay."
And yeah, because Benoit talked about that on a thing. He's like, "Yeah, Nathan Jones. You remember him?" And the interviewers were like, "Yeah, he said they were like, yeah. I remember Nathan Jones. He just didn't want to commit to the life." And Benoit, "Nope, no, he didn't." That was in '07 too. But Chesto Molina was on there. Tori Wilson led Angel Garza to the Boogeyman. I feel bad for my man Garza in there. You know why?
Yeah.
Because these women are just leading him to nightmares, it's not fair.
He'd be so good as a mid-card champion, but there's just no room for him right now. It's just bad timing.
Yeah, dun 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 dun. Meow. The fuck, Craig. Anyways. But, yeah. I mean, like, oh, yeah, Riddle beat Lashley.
I really like that finish.
Yeah, I did too. I got you, bro.
I've heard mixed reviews on it, but I really liked it.
That's because people don't like Riddle.
No, I think it's just people just don't like the lazy WWE booking of person gets number one contender shot by beating champion on Raw.
Oh, that's fair. But I do think people not liking Riddle is a reason too.
There's still more people that like Riddle than don't like Riddle. I
Yeah,
still like
yeah, I
Riddle.
know. I do too.
Just because I don't want to get into it, but I think Matt Riddle's innocent. That's all I'm gonna say about that situation.
But people were like, "Oh, Riddle resigned. Like Riddle signed his new deal," and they were like, "Oh, that's whack." And I'm like, "No, I think that's smart by WWE, to be honest."
No, you know what's whack? Crack is whack.
Yeah, there you go. Tell the kids, Nick.
Yo, to all my kids out there smoking crack, don't do that.
You sound like Joey when he was trying to audition for a 19 as in for a role as a 19-year-old. It was the episode after Chandler and Monica got engaged. I watched that episode today because apparently that's what TBS was at. That's whack.
Just get me on PSAs, man.
PSA on Chicago traffic? You guys are fucking morons. You're not get. You know, Nick, when they listen to miscellaneous discussions, you know what they say? You know what I say? To people who listen to miscellaneous discussions, you're not gonna find content like this on the WWE network.
Whoa, brother.
Oh.
I watched that again. I watched that today. Man, Ethan Page being so uncomfortable when ACH stands up. It's so funny.
You could tell he thought he actually got pissed too. That was the funny part.
King's is just on his phone.
Fitchett did not look phased because Fitchett has drip. Oh, that picture I sent you like a couple of days ago. Fitchett posts more than Vega, and that makes me sad sometimes. No offense to Fitchett, his stuff's funny, but
I love that picture of fucking Eddie Kingston post on Instagram. little Vega. It's little Davey. Cupcake full of shit.
oh yeah, I still have that in my phone. Nick, do you have it on your phone? You deleted a lot of pictures.
I don't think I ever saved it on my phone.
Disappointed in you.
Well, you know what? True. Damn.
But so yeah, Angel Garza dropped the 24/7 title to R-Truth again. It's whatever. You know
When
what I
Ron Simmons showed up, I legit started laughing at the line before he even said the line. Like, that's how the line is now.
What's your favorite damn, Nick?
Oh, that one with Candice Michelle and the Hardys.
Damn.
I love that one.
Well, Nick, here's the question. Would that be the same damn that comes out of your mouth if you were in that position?
Oh, yes, sir.
Dustin said that. He said, "This is us." And I was like, who would I be? Probably Matt.
Damn.
That was a pretty weird segment, but it was funny.
That was an extremely weird segment. That was on pay-per-view, too.
Well, there's a reason why that was on pay-per-view.
Pretty sure that was Great American Bash. 07.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that pay-per-view. Don't get any ideas, Nick.
I've seen a few matches from that pay-per-view. Sandman and Carlito had a kendo stick on a pole match. It was a match, I guess.
Nah.
Who do you think Benoit was going to face on that show? Morris? It was probably either going to be Morrison, Burke, or Corbin.
Nick, I'm gonna throw another name in there. Kevin Thorne.
Oh no, he was not pushed enough.
Man,
No, dude, his booking was just so weird in ECW. Like they brought him in, and he looked like he was gonna get a push, and he was like had a little bit of an undefeated streak going on, and then he just lost to Tommy Dreamer randomly for no reason.
so are you a fan of Kevin Thorne?
No,
No,
I could stand him, but I would never say I'm a fan.
that's fair. What about Mordecai? He worked Bob Holly at a Great American Bash.
I do know that. And he worked Scotty Too Hottie at the pay-per-view prior.
He worked Scotty Too Hottie at Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. Yeah, like 2 pay-per-view matches, and then after Great American Bash, he faced Rey Mysterio, lost, and was never seen again.
Taker said, "Listen, Vince, I know what you're trying to do here. This is supposed to be me, but he's what? I can't stand for it, Vince. I think you got to send him down to Cornette again."
I mean, Kevin Thorne, he wasn't bad in the ring. He was solid in the ring. He had a couple cool moves.
You just think he had some
But
shitty ass gimmicks.
shitty ass gimmicks. And like he had cool moves, but like his matches weren't like his matches were just he hits his moves. You know? Like he was trying to get by on doing cool moves, but he couldn't like actually work a match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yet the New Breed was just terrible as well.
Remember when Punk was in the New Breed?
He was for like a week.
Yeah.
That was weird. It was really weird. It
It's
was
kind
like
of
he like joined, accidentally slid a chair to RVD, which cost Elijah Burke a match, and then I think the next week after that, in like a tag match or something, he like turned on the New Breed.
it was his plan all along, though. But
I don't know.
so for those wondering why Carlito wasn't on Raw Legends tonight, let me tell you why. Apparently, Carlito didn't want to go across the country, which I don't blame him for this. To just have a 2-minute cameo.
Yeah, fair. Fucking fair.
Yeah, like it was like, dude, if they want me to work, I'm more than happy to work, but like for a 2-minute cameo, I don't find that worth it. You know
Yeah,
what I
and it's
mean?
not worth it, and no one should find it worth it. Like
Yeah.
one of Chris, like pretty sure when Chris Jericho was on uh Raw 25, I'm pretty sure that was his last ever appearance on Raw,
It
which is
was.
a fucking shame that it might be Chris Jericho's last ever appearance on Monday Night Raw was like a 30-second terrible cameo.
With Elias.
He did get his Alpha Club shirt on TV though, which is pretty cool.
Well, that's because I'm pretty sure Vince like okayed him working Japan, obviously.
Yeah.
And then he worked Saudi, and that was it.
God, I hate that that was his last match. I wish that they would have gone through with him and Taker being the casket match. Because that would have been at least a better last match in the greatest Royal Rumble, you know?
Yeah. And he was number 50, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was number 50 and he was in there for like 5 minutes.
Well, there you go. And now he said, somebody told me that when he signed with AEW, I think this was just a big troll because there's no way this is real. He said that Vince McMahon told him to go.
Oh, God.
And then Vince asked if he can get out of the contract. I'm like, there's no way that happened.
Oh, I do believe Jericho has said that before, that Vince asked him if he can get out of his contract. I do believe that part.
Listen, pal. Did you sign that new deal yet? Yeah, Vince.
No,
What
if
can you
Vince
get?
just calls him, Chris, how you doing, pal? Can you be at TV's on Monday? What? No, I'm in a new company now.
Vince, I've signed with AEW. Oh, can you get out of that? No.
I mean, I can get my people on it. Vince, I don't want to get out of it. Vince? Vince?
Hello? Hello?
Never hears from him again.
Tony Khan's like, hey, Chris, what was that about?
Hey, Chris.
Fucking sounds like the Bucks when they saw Corny. Hey, Jim. Hey, Jim. Yeah.
Hey, Corny.
Man. Hey, Chris, who's that?
Oh, don't you worry your little head about it.
Don't worry about it. I'm here for I'm here for the long run. Okay.
By the way, if All Elite Wrestling ever makes a Hall of Fame, he's definitely going to be like the first inductee, don't you think?
No.
I think he will.
I think Brody Lee will.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think Jericho's definitely number 10, but
What you think
there,
Jericho's ever gonna do business with WWE again? I think he has to.
I think he will. He's not entertaining it now because he's happy in AEW, but
Yeah, and I don't think he should go back now because he is doing better in AEW than he would be doing in WWE. Like in WWE, he'd just be doing the regular, come back for a few months, put a couple of people over, go away again.
he said that he's worked with a good amount of the roster. And I think I said last year, like, there are a good amount of new guys he could work, but, like, there are so many other guys he can work in AEW that are, you know, like, he's
Now that
never,
he's gone, go ahead.
I was going to say, there's, like, 98% of AEW's roster he's never worked.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, 98% to, like, what, like, 40 something percent of the WWE roster he's never worked. That's counting NXT too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know. But go ahead, Nick. Sorry, I cut you off there.
Sorry for interrupting you while I was talking, but that's a Taz line.
There you go.
But uh, I'm really glad that now that Jericho's gone from WWE, I'm really glad he got one last like full timer run in, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm especially glad that it was great. Like, it was a great run.
Yeah.
But I remember like during that entire run, the entire time I'm like, all right, is this the point where he's gonna get written off and go away for a while? And he was just kept staying and staying and staying.
And it was probably some of his best stuff in a few years. It was his best stuff in a few years when he did that stuff with.
Oh, in my opinion, the list
That's
and stuff, that's to me, in my opinion, that's his best stuff ever.
I think so too. That and see, I can't think of a lot of other things that I watched because him in the Ruthless Aggression era was weird. Because like in '04, he was just another babyface on Raw that you put in a
Mm-hmm.
6-man against Evolution.
Yeah, he's just like Jericho said in his book, he was becoming the hell of a hand guy, you know.
Yeah. And then he turned heel against Cena, and that's when he left. Right? He put Cena over and left, right? That's how he. Okay.
Jericho said in his book that SummerSlam '05, that was supposed to be his last match, and then he was just supposed to go away, and he had already made plans, for Monday, but then Vince is like, it was like Johnny Ace called him up or something. It wasn't Vince. Like call him up and it's just like, meet you at TV. You're gonna work a loser leaves WWE match. And the reason that SummerSlam was supposed to be his last match was because Vince was like, "Oh, we don't want you to do a loser leaves match because that's too played out." And then Monday comes,
Yeah. That
and Jericho's like, "No, I already got plans. No, tell Vince I'm not coming to the show." And then someone else called him, and he's like, "No, I'm not working. I'm not going." And then someone else called him, and he's like, "No." And Jericho said like he was getting pissed because it wasn't Vince calling him, you know. But then finally Vince calls him after he heard that Jericho was pissed, and then Jericho finally went and did the show.
there you go. I mean, I don't know what his plans were, but after that, he got about 2 years off. So,
Well, he was doing music and he's trying to get into Hollywood.
oh yeah, you remember he has a show called "But I'm Chris Jericho."
Was it you or was it Darren that was burying that show to me?
It had to have been Darian because I forgot about it for a while, and it wasn't very good.
Yeah, it was Darren. He was fucking burying it to me. He's like, I watched that. I watched that the other day. It was really shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I watched the first season. I thought it was okay.
My mom was watching, so I was sitting eating lunch, and my mom turns on. She's like, "I want to watch this new comedy called Mr. Mayor," because like my
Oh,
sister
dude, yes, sir. I want to watch that show so bad. I keep forgetting.
and I was eating, and they just said some nasty ass shit, and I was like, "Mom, what the heck?" It was
Dude, like
pretty. It was actually pretty funny though. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, the fucking fat guy in the commercial with like the frizzy hair and the beard. He's like, my mom used to tell me that when people keep punching you and punching you and punching you, it's because they're jealous of your homemade pants.
He has like weird humor now, because
and,
like
then, and then he shakes fucking what's Ted Danson, is that his name?
yeah.
He shakes his hand. He's like, Ted Danson's like, your hand's very warm, and he's just like, oh, I'm holding a French bread pizza.
He also said like when Ted Danson's daughter got upset, he was like, "Your wife makes a great point." I'm like, "Oh my god, jeez."
He's like, that's my teenage daughter, and he's like, sorry, it's very confusing here in LA.
It
Yeah, I
was an
really want to
alright.
watch
It
that
was an
show.
alright show. But all I'm gonna say is, I was told my mom, I was like, the NBC has weird humor now because like they went from having Friends and Seinfeld to like I don't know if they have a lot of successful comedy shows because I don't know if you count Saturday Night Live as like a show. I don't know.
I don't even know what to classify Saturday Night Live as.
I mean, like, good for Saturday Night Live for lasting this long, though.
Speaking of Saturday Night Live, though, I watched an episode of Straight Up Steve Austin
Oh,
with,
and what's his name? Oh crap,
yeah, I can never remember his name.
he's in. What's he in? He was on Saturday Night Live. He apparently served in the Marines. I didn't know that until Straight Up Steve Austin.
That's like half the episode.
Yeah.
I don't remember him from like roles. I just remember him from like little roles. He was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, he's funny. I don't know. Straight Up Steve Austin, man. Like I remember thinking when they announced that show, I was like, this show's not gonna be good. It's gonna be like one of Stone Cold's other shows that just
Yeah,
flops.
yeah,
And then I watch it and I'm like, oh, this is a good show.
yeah. I thought it was just gonna be. I was like so shocked when I saw it was getting a second season.
Oh, I was hoping it got a second season because I enjoyed it.
Oh, I'd never
Like
seen it. I'd never seen it, so I'm like,
around when it
oh,
started to come on, you were not watching.
yeah, that's why I never watched it yet.
Like
That episode that I watched this week, that's the first ever episode I'd watched.
I really enjoyed it. I don't know what my favorite one was. I'd say Baker Mayfield, but I don't like the Browns, so I got to keep, you know. Becky Lynch's was good. That the dude from Saturday Night Live, his was good. I'm really looking forward to Burt Kreischer, even though I saw him in Speedo.
Oh,
Hit in a commercial. It was him in a Speedo, and I was like, oh god.
fuck that bitch. This is Russia.
He's on that motherfucker having a big month. He's gonna be on Straight Up Steve Austin and his Go Big show. That motherfucker
Dude,
was on the ring skirt of Dynamite. That shit was
get that motherfucker on Dynamite. Fuck Snoop Dogg. Get Burt Kreischer.
Oh my god, people were going crazy over that Snoop Dogg frog splash. I was like, it just looked like he like belly flopped.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh, did I ever tell you Burt Kreischer was on one of Ethan Page's vlogs?
No, he
I don't even
didn't.
remember what the vlog was, but he was on it.
Did I tell you? Did I send you the Pat McAfee interview with I think his name's like Tom Segula, maybe? And
I
he
don't know.
got injured playing like a game of basketball. Like they were trying to dunk, and it was Burt Kreischer and a lot of these guys who do like trick shots. And I forgot what he did. I'll send you it, but it was hilarious. And like Burt Kreischer had to leave because of how bad the injury was. He said he said I'm gonna step outside.
Man, how the fuck did they take down the machine?
Fuck that bitch. This is Russia. Man, I want Burt Kreischer on something. Like AEW would be
Anything.
easier because it's on a Turner network. Because TBS, TNT, you know. I mean, he was on Straight Up Steve Austin. For all I care, motherfucker, put him on the goddamn Thunderdome. I just want a cameo from Burt Kreischer.
Don't just get him on anything. Get him on everything.
Yeah. I mean, he could be one of the few guys besides like Snoop Dogg. I mean, he could have merch with The Undertaker. He could have merch with AJ Styles.
Oh, dude!
Dude, could you imagine? I'd buy that shirt.
We'd fucking buy all of them.
Fucking Burt Kreischer. He's like, all right, I'm about to go live with AJ Styles. And AJ goes, what's up, man?
How you doing, brother?
Nobody's gonna top Taker and Snoop Dogg though. What's up, brother?
Dude, they'd
I
fucking
kid
make
you not.
Burt and fucking AJ shirts. They'd be like, how many would he sell? Two 16-year-old kids.
My kids? I mean, I think they're your kids, AJ.
They must be.
I mean, I don't know. But so what was I gonna say?
I mean, we wish.
So Snoop Dogg was like, "How you doing, loved one?" And Taker went, "Doing pretty good. You getting right?" And that popped me so hard.
I bet that's what Godfather says.
And then Snoop Dogg was like, I gotta get right before talking to you." And Taker said, "Yeah, me and my group, we were getting ready to go drink some whiskey. And I mean, I can't have that other stuff, man. I eat too much." I said, "You eat
I eat too much.
it?"
I don't want to get a stomach ache. Have chicken. Take some Tums. Pepto Bismol.
Taker gonna become the new guy who goes, "Tum tum tum tum."
Tum 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 tum.
If you have not, like I'm not doing it. But so yeah, Keith
Taker's
Lee
just
and
like,
Drew McIntyre. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Taker's like, fucking, I was undefeated at WrestleMania 21 years, and I'm fucking doing the JOB for acid reflex. What kind of bullshit is this?
That better be the commercial.
And he cuts away. I'm Mark Calloway, better known to you as the Undertaker.
I hate that laugh. Look. We laugh like a little schoolgirl over here.
Try Tums. Tum to tum tum tum.
WWE Elimination Chamber is brought to you by Tums. Joe, did you like that Undertaker commercial? Yeah.
Yeah, it was real nice, Bob. Real nice.
Could you
And then he
imagine?
just does this depressed Samoa Joe face.
But so Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee, Nick.
Oh, really good match.
It was a really good.
Yeah, really good match. That's all I can say about it. And then Billy Boy, Goldberg, Goldeye,
Motherfucker.
Goldfish.
Graybeard. Let's talk
So
about. I want to talk about this. So Drew McIntyre said it. Wrestling, you would be like wrestling my dad, and it just cuts to Goldberg doing the fucking fakest laugh of all
oh
time.
my,
I
I hate
hated it.
his laugh. I hate when he fucking does that so bad. His fucking ha 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 ha.
You know, you just gotta go huh huh.
Like I get that it's supposed to be a sarcastic laugh, but Jesus. I don't know. So me and Drew have both agreed on this that if this ends in Drew McIntyre beating Goldberg at the Royal Rumble, then this will be positive because that'll be like no. Say what you will about Goldberg, but if Drew McIntyre beats him, that'll be even more momentum for Drew McIntyre. That'll be a big positive for Drew McIntyre. That'll be a big win for Drew McIntyre, which is only a positive.
But if Goldberg wins, which everyone's
If
afraid of,
yeah, if and it's so ridiculous that we even have to like that it's even a thought in our minds that Goldberg could actually win this. Like I said to you and Dustin, like Goldberg has like in my head, it's like 40% Goldberg, 60% Drew. And it's
yeah,
ridiculous that Goldberg has that big of a chance of winning.
yeah, he shouldn't.
It should be like 1% Goldberg, 99% Drew McIntyre.
Well, it was like that at before Super Showdown last year. It was like one per. I don't know anybody who thought Goldberg was going to go in there and beat
Nobody
the
thought
Fiend,
Goldberg was going to win.
and then he won. Like
Yeah.
I went home and I was like I felt really weird about it. I was like, man, they really did that.
I mean,
Wow.
I didn't care because I didn't like the Fiend.
I was like, it's like okay, whatever. And then Goldberg comes out with the Universal title, and here comes the big dog. He goes, I'm next.
Yeah, remember how Roman Reigns was supposed to earn that shot in an Elimination Chamber match and then just didn't?
Yeah, wasn't there? Yeah, so it was originally
Sheamus
supposed
cut a
to be.
promo. Sheamus cut a promo saying that he's gonna win the Elimination Chamber match, and then they just didn't do a Chamber match.
Yeah. So, wait. So that was supposed to happen instead of the SmackDown tag, right?
Yeah, does anyone know why they changed that?
Probably because of Goldberg. Because I'm pretty sure the plan was the Fiend and Roman.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the hell happened and why they chose, hey, let's put Goldberg over. Maybe Vince was like, holy shit. Did you guys know that Roman Reigns does a spear and Goldberg does a spear? Let's market it. Spear versus spear. Vince, we've already got the Fiend and Roman, in our plans. Damn it, call John.
there were so many plans changed during the Road to WrestleMania 36 that just did not need to be changed. Like
So keep
Shayna
telling me that.
Baszler not winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You really didn't need to change that.
Goldberg beating the Fiend. What was John Cena supposed to do at WrestleMania 36?
I didn't hear any rumors of. Oh, he's supposed to face Elias.
Elias!
Yeah, I forgot about that. He's supposed to face Elias to be, the big blow off their feud. Forgot about that. But then Vince is like, no, 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 no.
We're gonna give Elias to King Corbin.
Was
We're gonna have Gronk announce. The Gronk.
so Elias was a baby face. When did Elias turn babyface again?
On SmackDown when he came back.
Which was late 2019.
Yes.
So would him and Cena have been babyface versus babyface, or would Elias just have turned heel again for no reason?
My guess is he would have turned heel again. And then maybe Vince was just like, hey, I want to do Cena and Bray. Which, I mean, I think in hindsight, I don't think I'd change anything. Because,
I would change Goldberg beating the Fiend. I definitely would not change Goldberg facing, or Cena facing the Fiend. Because that was better than Fiend and Roman would have been.
Yeah, but, they wouldn't. But the whole plan was Roman's going to win the Universal title at Mania. Right?
I mean, if it was up to me, you would have never put the belt on the Fiend in the first place.
Yeah, they really did book themselves in a corner with it. But, I don't know. That's a weird one, because, I don't know. That's weird. They changed a whole lot of shit, and then COVID hit, so they had to change more shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you're telling me is, WrestleMania 36 was a big-ass mess.
Mm-hmm.
With stuff they could control and stuff they couldn't, so.
Yeah, like having to miss out on main event Jey Uso and having to give us Jim Uso. Ugh.
I blame The Miz for that. Motherfucker just had to get COVID.
I didn't know that's why that he got pulled for that match, is because he got COVID.
I remember that was announced. I'm pretty sure, I think, on the, I may be wrong, the first episode of SmackDown in the PC, that it was going to be a triple threat ladder match. And Miz and Morrison went, "You are an asshole, Michael Cole."
Did they say? Is that actually what they said?
No, they didn't say asshole, but they said, I don't remember what they said, but but I remember
that would have been funny.
Miz and Morrison faced Heavy Machinery, and Morrison looked into the camera and went, "Dumbass." That was funny.
I knew there was no way they say you were an asshole, Michael Cole. I would have seen that by now.
They may have said "Oh, you are just terrible, Michael Cole. Who told you to say that?"
Oh, you are just a shit.
Dude, you are just a fucking bitch.
Oh, man.
Wait, was it that? Because that whole episode of SmackDown was hilarious because of Triple H.
I keep wanting to go back and actually watch that episode of SmackDown.
I missed. I can't believe I'd ever say this, though. I kind of missed Triple H on commentary, but I'm happy it was a one-time thing. Because that's when they were...
Huh?
Because I was going to say, that's when... because legitimately, the night before, everything was getting canceled. Everybody was you need to, do this, this, and this. Because the NBA got suspended. March Madness never happened. And then they're like, all right, so we're going to move to the PC. And Vince was like, let Hunter take care of it. So Triple H just pretty much put together a SmackDown. and it was pretty entertaining. I'll
That
give
was
him that.
such a great, like, it feels like that all happened within the span of like a week. Like it
Yeah,
felt
it did,
like
dude. I kid you not.
like
I'm
within
pretty sure it happened in the span of 2 days.
like within a week. I swear to God, we went from we're having Mania, we're still having Mania, everything's good, to we don't know if we're even gonna have WrestleMania at all.
Yeah,
Man, that was such a crazy time.
that is weird.
And dude, I've been thinking about this past couple of days. Remember, like we all knew so little about the coronavirus. We were all just convinced, like, oh yeah, this is all gonna be over by summer. We're gonna get SummerSlam with fans. That's when they're gonna do all the big matches.
And yeah. Well, I remember nobody thought that it was going to be pandemic level because, like, even when we were going to school in like the end of February, I remember Howard was talking about it because Howard lives in Florida. So,
Mm-hmm.
but he was like, "Yeah, COVID's come to Florida. It's like it hasn't hit Virginia, and like 2 days later, it hit Virginia."
Yeah,
And
for
I'm,
us, it's just like they were like, so we were about to go on spring break anyways. So like they
yeah,
just let
yeah.
us off like a little early. And they're just like, all right, we're just gonna take this extra time, really clean the school. You guys will be back in 3 weeks. Everything will be fine. Kept pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back, and they're just like, all right, we're just gonna stay online for the rest of the year.
I kid you not. Maybe like the first week of April. My mom got a call saying the kids aren't required to do anything. Like
Which that's
they,
bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Your ass got off with that.
yeah, we got lucky. But so my mom, so Nick, as you know, like my mom's a teacher. She wasn't very like she was kind of upset because like that's how one of her years ended was with COVID.
Hmm.
So she was upset about that. Like she was like that kind of breaks my heart. And I
Hmm.
understand because like she never got to say properly goodbye to those students like that.
Yeah, I hate that because I really liked my teachers last year.
Yeah, and that was her thing, because I thought she was upset like she wasn't gonna get paid.
Paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I asked her, I was like, was that why you were upset? And she's like, no. Like, she's like, we're fine
Damn.
there.
Damn. Weird flex, but okay.
I was like, all right. I'm not trying to rub it in the face of anybody. I mean, I consider myself lucky with it. But
No, weird
that's,
flex by your mom.
oh, yeah. Yeah, she was, because, like, she was, like, teared up. And I was like, are you okay? You
You're like
know,
you're like standing off in the corner looking all awkward and uncomfortable.
I was kind of uncomfortable. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but when you see your parents cry, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a crazy time. So wait,
Oh.
so Nick, was your last day of school March 13th?
Um, somewhere around there.
What a weird time.
Man, thank God I had you guys to get me through that time. Ugh. Not only was my personal life shit because of COVID, but like I just had like a ton of other shit going on at that time. So like the early part of this year was just complete hell for me.
Yeah, the earlier
Thankfully,
part of this year was weird for me
ugh,
too, but you
terrible,
know,
terrible time.
yeah. That's why it felt so weird too, because like I was like, hey, this happened, this happened, this happened, but hey, guess what? You're stuck at home. It's like okay, which you and I've talked about this too, like you and I, like we're fine with it because we aren't necessarily people. I guess me personally, I'm not a people person. Like I don't like
Me
being in a
too.
crowd all the time,
hmm
and I mean like I like being at home.
I love social distancing. Like I wish social distancing could have been a thing like all of eternity. You know, like motherfucker. Like I hate Like when you're trying to like be in a store and motherfuckers just crowding up on you, like motherfucker, you can't wait 5 minutes to get a can of peas. Like get away from me.
I usually move out the way and say I'm sorry because they're like just being polite, like sorry. And they're like, oh, excuse me or whatever. Because I don't want to start shit in a fucking store, fucking asshole. People. Fucking, if I see Nick, I'm gonna fucking crowd up on him. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? You fucking puff your chest up. Yo, what's up, dude? Yo, what's up? What's up?
Now I'm gonna go, what up, Boos? This ain't Monday.
Hey, what up, Boos? Hey, square up, Boos. I'm gonna listen, kid. I'm gonna need you to get that out of my face. No, I'm gonna go, do we have heat?
What?
Do we have heat?
What are you talking about?
Motherfucker, I'm gonna ask the question one more time. Do we have heat?
No.
But yeah, I like staying at home. Like I'm a stay-at-home person anyways, and I don't like going around people. So like quarantine for me, I'm like, fuck yeah. I have an excuse now.
Nick, in retrospect, the 5 people who listen to us wouldn't be listening to us if it wasn't for the coronavirus.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of things I'm sure wouldn't have happened because of if we didn't have the coronavirus. So I guess in somewhat of a way, it's a blessing in disguise for certain people. But yeah. So that was Raw. It was the whole show was just yeah. How about that? Let's talk about that Retribution that Mustafa Ali promo and R-Truth.
Oh my god, that was so good.
R-Truth said somebody woke up on the wrong side of the
bed. Dude, the line that legitimately pissed me off was when when Mustafa Ali pointed out fucking like, oh, Hulk Hogan, he's a has-been. And Charlie Caruso. I swear to God, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard on WWE television, like ever since I started watching again last year. Oh, but did you hear the crowd reaction for him? And then Mustafa Ali rightfully goes, oh yeah, they piped him in real good. Like, Charlie, how can you? I've never seen someone bury themselves that hard before.
That's right. She still got first take, Nick. Stephen A. just comes on. Stephen A. just comes on the show. Charlie, I'm a busy man, but I just happened to tune into Raw Talk just because I love you, Charlie. But you said in an arena that had no crowds in there, nothing. You said that you hear the cheers, Charlie.
And Charlie, as a black man, I know that this man would not be getting cheered anyways.
Hulk Hogan? Getting cheered? What the hell are you talking about? No, it's Charlie, you're wrong, and here's why you're wrong.
Dude, I saw something on Reddit where it's just like, man, they just brought her on there to laugh at her, and I'm like, oh. I didn't watch the video though.
So Mustafa Ali cut a great promo.
Yeah, great promo. One of my favorite lines that I think I may have ever heard. I know, I understand that those people, they made the path for us, but when am I going to be able to walk on that path? Oh my god, how have I never heard someone use that line before?
You know what sucks though? It's not going to do them any good.
Yeah. Dude, like, I'm not one of these people that are like, oh, I wish so-and-so would leave WWE so that they would go somewhere else. Like, I usually don't care. But Mustafa Ali, I wish would leave and go somewhere else where he can show his creative genius, because you can just tell that he is a creative genius. Every time he gets to talk on Raw Talk where there's no script or anything, he just cuts amazing promos and shows that he can, like, if you left Retribution's creative all to Mustafa Ali, I guarantee you Retribution would be a great group. Like, it'd be Brody Lee. It'd be like with Brody Lee turning the Dark Order completely around, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Mustafa Ali. Like, you think, like, Mustafa Ali, like, took the stupid ass fucking names and
It made it
masks
make
and stuff.
sense.
Yeah, made it make sense. They dress like that and are named like that so that they can know the pain of being laughed at for how you look and how you're named, like how you're named. Like, oh my god, that makes so much sense. He's fantastic, dude. He is fantastic. I love him.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
And you know, I know for a fact why W buried him. I know now because I rewatched it the other day. So I always hear that the triple threat W title match at Fastlane 2019 between him, Owens, and Bryan is a really good match. So I'm like, all right, finally gonna watch this match. I turn it on, and just because Mustafa Ali wasn't Kofi Kingston, they booed him. I guarantee at that moment Vince is like, it's not gonna get over. Stop using him. I guarantee that's why.
What's the shits is that I think if it's that happens a lot,
Mm-hmm. The
and
guy gets
it's
booed one time just because of certain circumstances, and
yeah,
that's his last chance.
like that's not really fair. Who who else has that happened to off the top of your
And
head?
in my opinion, no offense to Kofi Kingston, but Mustafa Ali should not have gotten booed because of Kofi Kingston. You know, like
Wasn't
Mustafa
that why
Ali.
Rey Mysterio got booed at the Rumble 2014 because he wasn't Daniel Bryan?
Well, that makes more sense. That makes a lot
Well,
more sense.
yeah, it does.
No
But
offense to Kofi Kingston, no offense at all. He did deserve to win the WWE title, but Mustafa Ali or Kevin Owens would have been way better to take the title off of Daniel Bryan. I was not a fan of Kofi Mania. I didn't care. Like, I wasn't one of these people like clamoring for him to win the title. I am so happy that an African American won the title. So happy about that. But I would have rather have Kofi won the title at Elimination Chamber when he was red hot, like straight off the burner, red hot, and then drop it to Daniel Bryan like at Fastlane or something, and then Bryan drops it to some like Ali at Mania, you know?
I was gonna say with me with that was it's like I knew he was gonna win the belt, so I was like, all right, whatever. He's gonna beat Bryan. It's fine. And then his reign was pretty good, but I don't know. Looking back on it, maybe I liked it more then than I do now. You know?
Him as WWE champion was part of why I stopped watching, and that's no offense to him. I just did not want to see him as WWE champion. I did not think that they built him up enough to be WWE champion because he, within the span of a week, he went from tag team wrestler to super main event guy who can kick out of finishes.
Yeah.
I would have been completely fine with him winning the
He
title if he would have dropped.
people.
I still think he should have dropped it to Owens at Money in the Bank. If he would have held it for like a month or two, would have been fine. But him holding it for as long as he did
Yeah, he held
made
it
me
for
just care less
a
and less.
long ass time.
Yeah, the longer that reign went, the more I hated it and the less I cared about it.
I was like, all right, he's gonna. I thought he was gonna beat Owens, and after Owens was Ziggler, right?
hmm It was
I
Owens, then Ziggler, then Joe, then Orton.
I don't know why, but him feuding with Joe pissed me off because Joe was on Raw and I didn't like the whole brand invitational thing. So like him feuding with Joe pissed me off, and if Joe was on
Remember when the
SmackDown, it I would have been
remember
fine with it.
Hey, wait, remember when the wild card rule was supposed to be just three people each? And then fucking Lars Sullivan comes into Vince's office and then with his
Yeah,
shirt off, of course, and then just like
yeah,
gurs at Vince, and Vince is like, make it four.
good talk. Vince knew it was gonna happen if he didn't just give Lars what he wanted.
Meow, 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 meow.
Somebody, I think Dustin said, so Austin Theory's Lars Sullivan now, right? And I said, dude, I got a
Oh,
tag name for him. And I gave him a name, and he started laughing, and I was like, man, that thing took me 5 seconds. I can't say it on here.
oh, you gotta tell me off here.
I will. But, yeah, Raw was just meh. But like I was saying, like the wild card rule, I never liked it. It
Oh,
was
it's the
just
drizzling shits.
that was a.
Everything in WWE 2019 was the drizzling shits.
It's like they. Well, I don't want to use this as an excuse in it, but I think it's probably a big reason why they tried different things was because they've got something that's considered competition now, that's owned by that's being that has money invested in it by a billionaire, not Tony Khan. Not Tony Khan's not a billionaire, but his family are billionaires. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so like,
His
all right, we
weird
gotta.
Indian father.
He's like, all right, we gotta do all this stuff.
Wait,
Like
that
we
dude's
got
Indian, right?
something like that.
One of those things.
Yeah, they own the Jaguars. Chris Jericho said, "Oh yeah, they own the Jacksonville Jaguars on an NBA pregame." And Charles Barkley went, "I wouldn't brag about that." Charles Barkley, Charles Barkley. I've seen some quotes from him. He like knows he's not going to get fired from NBA on TNT, so he just says what he wants.
Dude, he's funny.
He
He's so
said,
funny.
he said, if all them babies cute, how come there's so many ugly people? I said, maybe I should be offended, but I'm laughing at it.
He's like one of the goats, isn't he?
Charles Barkley?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's one of the goats, but he's funny.
Oh man.
I think he said pussy on there too. That was funny. I think he said pussy. Everybody, and I think a good amount of people laughed at it, and then but nothing happened because he just knows he's not going to get fired. It's like if Michael Cole said like shit on Raw or SmackDown, he's not going to get fired. As far as
Man.
that,
NBA is worth watching on TNT just for fucking first take. Or not first take, fucking oh man. Got my shows mixed up. True,
for
what's it
Shaq.
called? With Shaq and Barkley and the white dude.
Yeah, I don't know the white dude's name.
What's that show called?
I think it's just called NBA pregame on TNT.
No, it's got a name for it. Shit.
I don't know.
Was this fucking basketball still going on?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it
Yeah,
since
they're in arenas now, just with no
I
fans.
haven't I haven't watched it since it started back up. Just because I always forget that it's back on, and then I only remember when I'm searching through channels to put wrestling on.
It's legitimately just the NBA on TNT.
Hmm.
But
And
the white dude's name is Ernie Johnson.
for anyone that doesn't know, this podcast was originally supposed to be about wrestling and basketball. Then we just got too busy, and I just I had stopped watching basketball because I was just too busy during the end of the season last year.
Well, I mean, like, I don't. Well, I like basketball, but I like football more. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if like a legitimate, like, logical NBA fan listened to us, like, I think we'd probably get like, you
I
guys are
am.
dumbasses. You know?
Yeah, I'm definitely not like an NBA like mark, like wrestling term.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like a mark or anything. Like I know the ins and outs of the game. I would consider myself like a casual fan, but like I
Yeah.
really like it when I watch it.
Even with the NFL, I keep up with the stats sometimes, but I guess I'm still more of a casual because like I consider a player good and he's not, and there are so many people who are like, oh, he's not good. I don't know. Like if you're really bad, I know you're really bad, or if you're just okay, I know you're okay. And if you're great, it's obvious because the media kisses your ass. Even though if you
Like,
watch a game and know you're great, you know you're great.
yeah, like fucking Wayne Brady.
Tom Brady.
Where's Tom Brady? Wayne
What?
Brady.
Wayne. What? It's Wayne Brady. No, that's not a hockey player. It's Wayne. What is it? Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah. But yeah,
What's the
Tom
dude?
Brady. He's good.
Oh god. Am I thinking of Terry Bradshaw?
He played for the Steelers in like the 70s. He had a
He's
show on
funny.
Fox. Yeah. He did. He do stuff. He's done stuff for SmackDown, right? Because like they do stuff with the NFL guys on Fox.
Yeah, he was on that fucking football show that cut into like 8 minutes of SmackDown's time on Christmas night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like Terry Bradshaw.
And I keep seeing those commercials that are out now where he's doing something. They're like, you're gonna win $500,000 of my money.
Oh yeah, because you can bet on like games and stats and stuff.
Yeah.
My dad does it.
Oh,
He doesn't do it because he thinks he's gonna win anything. He just does it to do it, I guess.
thrill of the game.
Yeah, he's like, hey. He said he'll ask me sometimes. He's like, hey, Drew. Yeah, for him, he'll be like, Raiders or Dolphins? Dolphins. Dolphins. Yeah. And then
He's
I'm
like
like,
disrespected and shit.
the Dolphins? Are you sure? Yes. And I was right because the Dolphins beat the Raiders. But yeah.
When I first started getting into basketball, Drew's like, so Nick's watching the playoffs. We gonna get Nick to watch the Super Bowl this year? I'm like, no,
Man, I was
no.
thinking about this for real. I was like, all right, like, cause like every motherfucker watches Super Bowl. Do a fucking not a watch along for the Super Bowl, but I was gonna ask. I don't know if there's gonna be anything for the draft, NFL draft. The first round's on like Thursday. Motherfucker, I wanna go and walk in Pat McAfee's footsteps and do a watch along of the draft to see. Even though Sam doesn't watch it, you don't watch it. Devin does, but I'm sure Devin probably is gonna work.
I mean, I'd do it.
I got a couple friends that you don't know them, but they'd probably do it. Got a friend from school. I'm sure Dustin would do it too. But Dustin, listen, ladies and gentlemen, Dustin was supposed to be on the final podcast of the year.
Well, he wasn't supposed to. Don't say he was supposed to.
I'm gonna blame it on him. No, I'm playing. We offered for him to be on the show, and he said no.
I really wanted him to do it because he's the third member of GCB, Good Christian Boys.
That's right, the real good Christian boys.
Yeah. And I wanted us to, all three of us, be on a podcast, and I thought that was good. That would be a really fun episode for all of us to do. But he politely thanked us for the offer, but declined.
Well, he has a legitimate reason to. One, his internet isn't
Oh
really
yeah,
that
he
good.
doesn't have internet. All of his internet things happen on his date on his phone.
Yeah, and his sleep schedule is like real weird. I don't know if it's weird now, but
Dude,
like
if I'm like
Nikki,
trying to go to sleep and I get a notification at 5 in the morning, I know for a fact it's Dustin sending something to the group chat.
he'll send me something and I'll reply to it, and he's like, "Oh, why are you still up?" I
Yeah,
just got up.
yeah, exactly. It'll be like I'll get up at like 5:30 in the morning for school or something, and I'll reply to something in the group chat, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're still up?" And I'm like, "No, I just got up for school." And he's like, "Oh, I'm still up."
Yeah, he called me. It was like a couple months ago. He said, "Dude, like I go to bed at like 7 in the morning, and I wake up at 4 in the afternoon." And
Oh
I was
god.
gonna tell him like, "Dude, that's not healthy." And I went, "Oh," and he went, "I'm not healthy." I went, "You said it. You said
God,
it."
that sounds so awful.
Dude,
I
I
remember when I
hate
used
that.
to
I
do
don't
that.
like getting up at like 10:45 because my mom's already
Oh,
pissed at me for sleeping in.
I love waking up like between 10 and like sometime in between 10 and sometime in between 11. Like around that time, I like waking up. I hate waking up anytime past 12 o'clock.
So I'll just say this too: New Year's Day fucked up my sleep schedule because we had some friends over for New Year's Eve, like family friends, and they stayed
Coughing
up
in each other's faces, sneezing on each other.
sneezing on each other, and fucking we were not 6 feet apart. I'm
All up on each other, coughing in each other's mouths.
that's ew. But they so we all stayed up until like 4. I kid you not. And I woke up at 12, and since then until like Thursday, because I had to set alarms for school, I got up at 11:30 each day, and I did not like it because my days felt really short, and I'm
Oh,
just not used to it.
that's why I like sleeping till like 11 because my days feel shorter. Because like
But
I do not have a very eventful days. Like my days just consist of me just watching YouTube and shit. So
yeah,
the shorter I can make them, the better.
well, I
Like
mean that's
I
less time you
fucking
gotta
woke up
wait to at night when
uh,
it's usually just watch wrestling and then go to bed.
the other week. I woke up at like 1, and it got dark at like 4:30, and I'm like, man, that felt like the shortest day of my life.
It gets dark at 4:30 in Ohio.
No, like just that day it got dark at like 4:30. Usually it gets dark
Oh,
at like 5:30.
yeah, it gets darker at like 5:30 here because it's whatever it's called, not daylight savings time because that's in. Is it? I don't know.
And
I'm
now I have to
just.
get up at 7 each morning so I can be on a Zoom call for 4 fucking minutes.
We have now. It's for this semester. I have Google Meets at 8:30, 9:20, and 11 o'clock. So I have
But
to get up.
what we do is you have to be on the Zoom call for your class just like the regular schedule for school. So I gotta wake up and be at my math class at like 7:25, then science 8:10, so on and so on. But I have regular school I have study all right before lunch, so I got like an hour and a half break during like the middle of the day, and at the end of the
Yeah.
day I had another study hall. So I get out of school like an hour early now.
Usually, so they don't have control of when you do your work. As long as you do it like before it's due, it's fine. But
Hmm.
like they have control if you go to your calls or not. Usually, I guess they'll give you a couple points because there are people who just like choose not to do it.
Hmm.
So they'll like reward the people who show up, and I don't want to say it's like I don't know if it's just doing what you're told. There you go. Just being there. I don't know.
Being
I could.
responsible.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Nick. I didn't. I was gonna say learning discipline, but that would have been way too extreme.
Learning discipline. It's a fucking
Fucking.
Zoom call, Jesus.
So DDP
Oh
posted
Jesus.
something. DDP posted something, and he said something like, it was like something about a diet or something like that.
Something
And
about promoting DDP yoga.
yeah, and he goes, ha ha ha, have you learned discipline? And I'm like, I
Man,
don't know.
did you watch that video of Corey listening to more cameos?
No, I haven't. I've been meaning to.
Oh, it's funny.
Have you ever like heard Brian last start laughing and then you start laughing because like his laugh
Yeah.
is, I don't want to say
He's got a
contagious.
weird
It's
laugh.
kind of sus.
It's like.
Yeah, and Corny's laugh is funny.
I love when Corny does the.
Ha ho!
Oh! What's that one laugh he did? Where he's like, the video for the picture, the video you sent me for it, the picture's like him as the devil.
Oh,
And they're like,
it's yeah, it's because it's from. Well, Jim, this next question is from Charlie in Starkville, Mississippi. Now he gets annoyed by well, Jim. This next question's from Charlie from Starkville, Mississippi.
he was
Uh-huh.
like, I should have fucking known.
I knew it. I knew it, Brian. We might be we might be like the only two people we know that listen to Corny. And
Yeah.
and you know what? I don't know if I take that as a badge of honor or
Well,
not.
Howard was getting into Corny last time we talked about it. Because he calls Kenny Omega Twinkle Phyllis McFingerbang now.
Is that his best nickname, Nick? Or Kenny Olivier?
I don't even know what Olivier is. I don't even know what that means.
Me neither. Maybe it's like a dancer or something.
I don't know. But I usually call Kenny Omega a funny nickname, I usually just say Olivier.
I call
Corny's
him
best
Twinkle.
one though is Jelly Nutella.
Yeah.
I don't call him Joey Janela anymore. I call him Jelly Nutella. Whether I'm making fun of him or not, I just call him Jelly Nutella now.
What other ones are there?
Pockets. My little dog Pockets.
My little dog Pockets.
And Riho!
Oh, dude, they were talking about the 10 most boring wrestlers of 2020.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
And they put up, and Sheeta was on there. And I like Sheeta, but I think I understand why she was on the list.
Oh, she's not. I kind of agree, but she herself is not boring at all. She's a great wrestler, very exciting in the ring, but her booking is so boring.
And he goes, I'm surprised Riho's not on. Like, Brian's like, we haven't seen Riho. And I think Corny said, well, I'd consider Riho just straight up disgraceful.
But Brian Last was like, we haven't seen Riho in about a year. And Jim goes, what a year it's been. Yeah, I'm also not a Riho fan like Corny.
Yeah, me neither. Who was on that list? It was a lot of WWE guys, which doesn't shock me, actually.
Corbin.
Corbin.
Miz and Morrison were number one, which I disagree with.
I think The Miz was number one. Or
Was it Miz or was it Miz and Morrison? I think it was Miz and Morrison.
Well, I don't consider them boring. Well, Corny doesn't like The Miz, so.
I love both of them. I might even go so far as to say, yeah, he likes more. I like both of them. I might even like The Miz more than Morrison just because I've seen more of The Miz.
But Corbin was on the list. Kushida was on the list, which he actually he disagreed with that. Actually, he said Kushida as a wrestler isn't boring. His look is boring because and him changing his gear to fucking jeans didn't help. And then
he's like, he wrestles already. He just looks like a small child.
Who else was on that list? Chris Statlander. I don't know.
Speaking of Kushida, Vic Joseph on commentary this week was like, no one had a better 2020 than Kushida. Dude, I wasn't even booked. Are you joking?
I can name somebody in this ring right now who had a better 2020 than Kushida.
I can name
3 of them.
fucking. I could name like 10 people right off the top of my head who had a better fucking year than Kushida. He got
In
a
this,
win. He got a win on a takeover. He got a couple
has he?
wins on NXT TV that didn't matter.
Yeah, and he was in matches he shouldn't have been in. Oh yeah, Nick, there it is.
And look, I think Kushida is a fine performer. He'd be a great cruiserweight champion. But past that, I just don't care enough.
I think he'd be a good North American champion, but yeah, I agree with you.
I don't think he's good enough to be North American champion, especially with the mid card that NXT has right now. Like they're building Kushida up to be the one, to face Gargano.
Well,
But
he's
I don't
gonna,
think
yeah, but I
he's
think
gonna face.
Gargano.
I really don't think that he should beat Kushida, and that's not biased opinion. I think it should be Bronson Reed.
I don't. I I think it will be either Kushida, Bronson Reed, or Dexter Lumis.
Dexter Lumis.
Get Wade Barrett.
Or hey, what if it's a baby face? All day.
You think so?
I mean, if Hickenbottom gets the pencil.
I mean, no, if he gets the fucking marker. Permanent marker. It's gonna happen.
No man, he's gonna win. No man, he's gonna win the fucking. He's gonna win the world title.
He's gonna hear this podcast and go, just for that, Gargano and Theory are going over Undisputed Era. Sean Yui's winning the whole damn thing. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Sean, I will fucking fire your ass on the spot. Are you really gonna fire me? I mean, probably not. Well, I was gonna say that because that didn't sound like you.
Albert comes up to him after. Hey man, were you gonna fire him? Damn right.
I laid right through my teeth. Who I can't think who else on the list, but I'm pretty sure at least a majority of that list were WWE guys.
I saw that list a couple days before that on Instagram. I can't remember though. You can just put the entire AEW women's division, excluding Britt Baker, on that list. And that's just because she's got a character. Oh, and Thunder Rosa is boring, but she's not signed. Wait, she's still not signed, right?
Her deal apparently ends in, I think, this year, like around the maybe. I think William Patrick Corgan said it expires in March.
Oh wait, she's still signed with NWA. I thought she left. I thought she was fucking gone from the
Yeah,
NWA.
she signed with NWA. Do you remember when everyone was like, "Oh, she's going to NXT. She's going to NXT." Somebody asked Corgan, and Corgan said, "No, she's still with us until 2021."
Yeah, wait, I thought she was fucking gone because like she posted something like she drew on her leg like NWA, AEW, NXT, or just WWE, not NXT.
I don't think she's gonna go to WWE, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I don't think she needs to go to WWE.
It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I get why a lot of women want to go to WWE. Probably the best. It's the best. Well,
If I'm a female competitor right now, I'm either going like, and if I'm in America, I'm either going Impact or WWE.
yeah. Unless Tony Khan gets out the checkbook, and then I guess money talks.
Mm.
But speaking of the checkbook, Nick, you want to talk about Impact?
Why didn't you just say speaking of Impact?
It's a good question. I don't know.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. I'm like, okay, that was a good transition. Oh wait, no, it wasn't.
No, it was pretty bad.
Well, no. You know what, Drew? Speaking of the checkbook, talk about Don Callis getting the boys back together again on Impact this week before they made even more history on AEW this week.
Yeah.
They beat up Rich Swann in the Motor City Machine Guns, and Kenny Omega went, "My nipples are hard."
But why doesn't he wear a shirt on Impact?
Because he's showing off the bod. It's an upper body business, kid.
Don said, Kenny, you gotta show off the titties.
We gotta show off those gabagoos, kid.
I'm not really comfortable with my body. What'd you just say?
Fucking smacks him. You never say that again. You're a beautiful man. Beautiful man. Fucking
No, he's
big
not. No, he's
jacked up
not.
Ace Austin comes up. What about me, Don? Oh, you kid. Perfection.
I can't get over. I can't take it. Would it come to New York?
I was thinking about this earlier. You wanna know how I bet the Super X sub coming back was pitched?
Don, listen, we're gonna have Ace Austin win a fucking tournament.
No, he's just like, listen, Scott, got a great idea. All right, Don, what is it this time? Let's bring back the Super X Cup. You know what, Don? I usually hate all of your ideas, but that one I like. You didn't let me finish. And Ace Austin wins. Oh, damn it, Don, get out of my office. Get out. Get out now.
Oh, we'll get to Genesis predictions at the end of us talking about the wrestling.
He's definitely making the finals, at least.
Are him and Blake Christian on separate sides of the bracket?
Yeah.
I think that's the finals.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too.
And, I mean, if Don Callis doesn't get the marker, I think Blake Christian might win. But at the same time, good showing, kid. You're gonna stay here. Maybe is what happens. But yeah. So yeah. So actually, the tag match you and I both didn't pay attention to. Was it? So it was Blake Christian and who against?
4-way.
4-way. Blake Christian, Casey Navarro. Who else was in this 4-way?
Ace Austin.
Ace Austin.
Crazy Steve.
Oh
He's
yeah.
crazy.
Didn't you say Crazy Steve got the win here?
Crazy Steve, you get the win.
Who'd he pin?
Who did he pin?
It wasn't Ace Austin.
Probably fucking the fuckboy Casey fucker.
Casey, truly blessed Casey Navarro is apparently his gimmick.
That's like the biggest fuckboy I've ever seen in wrestling.
If your gimmick is you're a pretty boy, apparently you're a fuckboy. But I mean, I get it. I know what you mean.
He's not even a pretty boy. He just looks like a fucking douchebag.
I mean, so does Ace Austin. What's your point?
Well, at least Ace Austin has a good body on him.
That's true. Whoa. That dude is jacked. He's scary jacked. Like that dude got jacked quick. He said,
I think he was just flexing really good in that one picture because he wasn't looking as big as he did in that picture on Impact this week.
Motherfucker. He said, I gotta eat 6 meals a day. I don't know how people do that. I really don't. But
Well, I don't think it's 6 meals they eat 6 times a day.
that's what Theory does. That's
Yeah.
why Hickenbottom loves him so much. Have you seen the Brian Cage on your Mark interview?
I don't think so.
Skeeter asked him how many times. Skeeter asked Brian Cage how many times he poops, and Brian Cage went, "I poop a lot, like 4 to 5 times a day." And I'm like, and I had two thoughts.
Why is it
One,
so funny?
one, why did I laugh at this? And two, nobody sees a problem in that.
Yeah, why the fuck is that so funny?
And Marky Extreme went, "I gotta poop more." I should have been. Is like Brian Cage okay? But yeah, I didn't watch that Fatal 4-Way.
I wasn't paying attention. Crazy Steve won because he's crazy.
Who's his first round opponent?
Believe it's
I
Ace
could
Austin?
literally go on Instagram and just look this up.
Is it Ace Austin?
Well, he's not going far, is he? Damn, Sasha Banks post. Let me stop. All right, here's the bracket: Ace Austin versus Suicide,
Oh, that's
Davari
who it is.
versus Cousin Jake, Crazy Steve versus
Oh,
Trey
hey, wait.
Lamar. Trey
You see
Lamar.
Davari debuted in MLW this week, apparently.
Did he?
Guess what faction he debuted for?
Contra?
Contra.
That
Hate
makes so
Contra.
much sense. I got a text from
Hate Contra so much.
I'll shout him out, Nick. You've never heard of him, but apparently he's from the live chat. His name's Rob. He has a podcast from O5 POV. He says, "Are Robert Martyr and Simon Gotch long lost brothers?"
Excuse me?
I don't think so. I think that's a little. Is that racist?
Racist? What?
I don't know. I'm sure Mr. Martyr would be very complimented by that. Maybe. Anyways, so yeah, all hail Contra apparently.
Oh, God.
Damn. That is why I said damn. Don't think anything else. All right, let me go to the rest of the show here. Alright, so
Joe Doring had a sweet ass jacket on Impact this week, too.
big ol' fucking jacket, yes sir. Joe
The
Doran
jacket was
reminds you of an old school guy, doesn't he, Nick?
old school NWA top guy.
That's
Cowboy
what.
boots,
That's why he's with
cowboy
Eric
hat,
Young.
big ass fur coat, you know?
And here comes
Not
Cody
in
Deaner.
shape.
Yeah, not in shape. Well, he's apparently a part of the bod squad.
No. Fuck that motherfucker. He couldn't even get in the picture on time.
He's been in the business so long he can't move around like he used to.
What is he, Taker?
Oh, I heard this kid, Joe Doran.
Acting like he's me.
I'll tell him. I went up to him at the Impact tapings when I was trying to get Ace Austin. I said, "Hey, Joe, you want to work a match at SummerSlam? Undertaker versus fake Undertaker?"
Yeah, I said, "Hey, Joe, you ever heard of gimmick infringement?" He said, "What?" I said, "That's what I thought. Better not hear your name ever again." He comes up to Joe Doran. Don't listen to that asshole.
The buried me. He said,
"You've been holding your guy's stuff for years."
Cody Deaner's like, "Is that the Undertaker?" Shut up.
Don't even call him that. Call him Mark.
What he is? He's a Mark.
Mark named Mark. Taylor's just walking away. He doesn't even hear you. Why? Yeah, you better run.
Look, the motherfucker does the Taker turn around. Oh shit!
Oh, fuck. If you ask motherfuckers, I didn't say shit. You understand me?
You run your mouth again?
No, sir. No, sir.
Kid, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir. What's that?
Want to come back to New York?
I'd love to, but they fired me, Mark. I already signed my contract here.
You're only coming in for one day. You're coming in as an extra.
Well, Mark, or Miss Jake, sir, I don't know if that'd be beneficial to my career. I'm a top guy here in Impact Wrestling.
Well, you're gonna be a small fish in a big pond over there in New York. So that's why you're just gonna be coming in as an extra. I don't want to waste your time, Eric.
Oh, I don't want to waste your time, sir. Your time's very valuable.
You're already wasting mine right now. Just say yes
I
or no.
apologize. I politely decline. I I politely decline offers.
That's what I thought. Never come to my company again. Let's talk about Cody Deaner with the bald ass head.
Not EY bald, but you know.
Got it.
Got it. That's what he said to the barber. Got it.
Have you seen that commercial where the dude's like, he's getting his head shaved because he's gonna take, I guess, a girl with cancer to prom. It's one of those passing on commercials, and he's just shaving his head. Dude's like, the barber's like, how about it? And he goes, shorter, and he says shorter, and he goes, that'd be bald, and he goes, do it. That's Cody Deaner.
I have not seen that commercial. The fuck.
I think it's only been on Nick at Night. I gotta stop watching Friends at night. Stay up too
What's the point of watching Nick at Night these days? George Lopez isn't even on there anymore.
They have nothing but Full House and on Nick at Night and Friends.
You Full House guy?
I mean, I like Full House. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, I get it, Nick. Nick, I get it. You're a Fuller House guy.
I watched like the first season of Fuller House. I'll admit it.
I watched the second. I'll be honest. It's not very good.
What else? Did you notice that there was two really bad cuts during the Deonna Purrazzo Taya Valkyrie segment?
I think so. Yeah, actually.
Like during the promo, like there was two really bad cuts, and it was very noticeable.
When was it?
I don't know. It was like during the promo, like Deonna Purrazzo was talking, obvious cut back to Deonna Purrazzo talking.
Oh yeah, I did notice it.
That was really bad. That's Impact's main issue, in my opinion, is their production. It's still not quite on point.
Yeah.
Drew, speaking of Pros, what did you think of Susan?
Actually, I don't think I saw Susan, but I don't know if I'm gonna. Did you enjoy Susan, Nick?
Well, I'm very curious to see where this gimmick is gonna go. That's all I have to say.
I don't know. I have no opinion on it.
Did you see the outfit?
I did.
Yeah, she's just like, yeah. So old Sinman, the homie James Mitchell was, down for he comes out of a door. Deanna Prazo and Kimberly are like, "Is Sue gone?" And he's like, "Yes." And then Kimberly's like, "So then she's Susie." And he goes, "Well, not quite." And then Susan comes out of the room and she's like, "Hi, I'm Susan." And she's like a very obvious, like, business woman type character,
Yeah,
And then she just walks away. And that was the segment.
that's weird.
And so I'm intrigued to see where this goes.
And Havoc and Nevaeh, they advanced straight to Hard to Kill.
So it's gonna be Havoc and Nevaeh versus Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan for the Knockouts tag titles.
And
Fingers
apparently,
crossed for Tasha and Kiera.
and at Genesis, it'll be Jazz and Jordan Grace. I didn't
Mm.
know what was really up with that. I didn't get all that segment.
Well, Jordan's like, if you have one match left in you, about me and you, 1-on-1, Hard to
Oh, there
Kill,
you go.
or not Hard to Kill, me and you, 1-on-1 this Saturday, Genesis. And then Jazz is like, girl, okay.
There you go.
Why does Jazz look like New Jack?
Wow, Nick, I can't believe it's because she's bald.
And the outfit.
Yeah, maybe that's why she did it. She said, "I'm gonna look like New Jack."
I'm gonna be a scary motherfucker. I'm gonna shoot and intimidate people.
And then on the main event, Nick, Eddie Edwards versus Sammy Callahan. What'd you think of this?
Were you waiting for me to finish your sentence there?
No, I had a yawn.
Oh. So yeah, this wasn't a match really. They just did before the match brawling, then got into the ring for like a minute for it to be a DQ finish. And then
Yeah, go ahead.
you saw Alicia Edwards backstage in a cage. Eddie Edwards runs back there. Ken Shamrock and Sammy Callahan beat him up. And then it was announced, Drew, this might have been the highlight. Well, no. Second biggest highlight of my week.
Barbed Wire Massacre.
Barbed Wire Massacre 4 is finally happening. Eddie Edwards versus Sammy Callahan. I cannot think of a better match to be in Barbed Wire Massacre 4 than Eddie Edwards and Sammy Callahan. Have you ever seen a Barbed Wire Massacre match?
Who's been in a Barbed Wire Massacre match?
So there's been 3. First
Right.
one was Sabu versus Abyss back in
I think
'05, I believe.
I may have seen that.
The second one was Abyss versus Judas Macias. I've heard that match was not good or not great. It was like all right or something. I've never watched that one. And then the third one was OVE versus LAX. LAX was a Santana, Ortiz, and Homicide.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that match. That one was really good. And I've seen Abyss versus Sabu. That one was really good. And but oh my God, Eddie Edwards and Sammy Gallen. This just might be the best one yet.
You think so? Well, yeah, I think that'd be pretty safe to say.
Also, in my notes here, it auto-corrected barbed wire to barber, so it says Barber Wire Massacre. But Uh, shit, what was I just gonna say? Oh, anyone that does not know what a barbed wire massacre match is, uh, so basically, it's just they replace the ropes with barbed wire, and then put a bunch of barbed wire boards around the ring. And yeah, that's a barbed wire massacre match, and it's fucking awesome.
Nick, would you do a barbed wire massacre match if you were asked to work one?
Um, yeah, probably. Get my
Because
name out there, you know.
I'd probably. I don't know if Kevin Owens. So he did a shoot interview before he went to WWE, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Yeah, man, I'll take stuff on chairs, ladders, tables. I will not do anything crazy." I don't remember if he said he wouldn't take barbed wire because I don't remember if he's taken barbed wire.
I never seen him do barbed wire. I don't know if I do barbed wire or not, because like that shit could cut your veins, you know.
Yeah,
That's why
there's
I
a.
wouldn't. That's why I think glass is stupid, because glass can easily cut like your veins if you like land wrong.
I just think like I don't know if I'd really do like a hardcore match unless it'd be like I don't know how I'd say it. Like
I wouldn't
nothing
like just.
nothing
I would never
insane.
be. I would never be just like a hardcore deathmatch guy. Like I'd do a hardcore match, like if it was under the right circumstances with the right story, you know.
Yeah, but like I think I because like I think bottom line is like I'm just not a hardcore guy like that. You know what I mean? So it just wouldn't work for me.
This doesn't work for me, brother.
But I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. Not whoever's listening, whatever.
But yeah, for anyone that's never seen a barbed wire massacre match, you can check out Abyss versus Sabu and OVE versus LAX. Both of those matches are on Impact's YouTube channel. Abyss versus Sabu was uploaded in like 2008 or something like that, so the quality looks like it was filmed on a potato. So
What?
that's yeah, the quality is super bad on the YouTube video because it was uploaded like early YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, but the match is still great. But you know, obviously it's Abyss. Yeah, God, I'm so excited for Hard to Kill. The card is just unbelievably stacked. Oh, yeah, we mentioned it before. Ethan Page. It was also announced we're gonna see Ethan Page versus the Karate Man on this show as well. Excited for that. Um, Drew, what else? Oh, 6 man. There's another 6 man added to Hard to Kill. Um, EY, Joe
Um,
Doring, and Cody Deaner versus Jake something, Tommy Dreamer, and Rhino. That's lame. Well, it's not lame. It'll be a fun match, but you know, to me, it's the weak spot of Hard to Kill.
what do you think Eric Young's group would be called?
I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna call him the Real World.
You think fucking what was that? The show was on MTV, right?
The Real World?
Yeah.
I think so.
You think they'd care enough to send a cease and desist
No,
that they don't even know of Impact Wrestling's existence?
they probably don't.
Uh, yeah. Was there any other matches announced for Hard to Kill?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Drew, let's get into Genesis predictions.
Yeah, let's do that now.
So we already said we think. So Drew, you agree the finals are going to be Ace Austin versus Blake Christian?
Yeah.
No, we're not going to predict every single tournament match. Obviously, who fucking gives a shit? Finals are all that matters. I really don't know who's gonna win this.
I'm gonna go Blake Christian.
I'm gonna go Ace Austin, just because it's just Ace Austin.
It's Don
And
Callis. That's his boy.
It's his son.
That is his son.
Oh my god, I forgot to tell you. Fucking Tommy Dreamer revealed a story that they were gonna do or was it? Or am I thinking of something else? I don't know. Just watch that interview with Ace Austin on House Hardcore podcast. You'll learn some stuff about Ace Austin.
I mean, do you like Ace Austin now, Nick? Are you a fan of him?
Yeah, I've definitely started liking him more and more the more I see him.
Fair.
I still think brother needs some seasoning though, you know.
Yeah.
But what else is on the show?
Jordan Grace versus Jazz. I'm gonna go Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace, who cares?
Because Jazz is doing the face. You always do the favor on your way out.
You always do the favor on the way out.
Then you've got, what else is on Genesis, man?
Well, speaking of motherfucking Moose, you go back to your homie Rich Swan, you tell that motherfucker what pain feels like.
I Quit. Yeah, Moose is gonna win this I Quit match against Willie Mack.
No shit.
You motherfucker. Is that all that's been announced? I'm missing something.
No, the paper is pretty short.
Okay. Well, because this whole thing's just gonna be about the Super X Cup, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there you go. That's our Genesis predictions.
NXT.
Do you want? Well, I mean, there's only one thing we wanted to talk about on New Year's Smash, right? AEW.
Was there? Oh yeah.
Because
So
the ending.
we saw the Good Brothers show up on AEW television the first time with the Impact Tag Titles, and then the Young Bucks came out, and Young Bucks, Good Brothers, and Omega did a big old five-way two sweet ski. Which we've discussed before. We're not big fans of the Young Bucks.
This was still pretty cool though.
Yeah, I was not. I wasn't watching New Japan or Ring of Honor or anything involving the Bullet Club when all five of these guys were in the group. But even I know this is very cool. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I'm not like marking out or anything or like
I'm not
super
like, oh,
fanboying over it.
this is.
But I know it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I do plan on watching a few things from New Year's Smash.
Oh, not that I care, but apparently Phoenix and Omega got 5 stars, from what I heard.
Oh no, shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely do not plan on watching that one. I already know I'm not gonna like that match.
Jimmy Corderas.
But just not my kind of match. I can already tell before even watching.
If anybody wants to pay Jimmy Corderas to be on Miscellaneous Discussions, please do so. I'd love to talk to Jimmy. Jimmy K.
Just I think we've said this before on here, but when I see a notification on my phone that says Drew sent a post by the real Jimmy Corderas, I know shit's about to get fucking serious.
I mean, that man takes his wrestling seriously.
He's like Jim Cornette, just without all the comedy.
Yeah. Well, I kind of think he's funny.
Yeah, he's funny, but he doesn't try to be funny like corny.
I mean, he has a podcast too. I just don't listen to it. Sorry,
Oh,
Drew.
he has a podcast?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, who
I
needs a
was
podcast when you get the ref and rant?
earlier. I was listening to a little bit of an episode of The Man Who Shall Not Be Named Yet because we don't have a deal worked out. We do not have a date worked out with him yet.
What do you think
But
of him?
yeah, he's just he's like us. I like that. He's cool dude talking about pro wrestling. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah. What I will say though is his episodes are more organized. Though. Like he knows what he's gonna talk about. We just bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, I gotta ask you about some stuff. When we get off air about him.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
But just know, ladies and gentlemen, we have two specials planned for this month, possibly even
sure.
three. I was thinking maybe. So we have at least one watch along planned. Um, driving. I had another idea for another watch along.
You
That's
sent me the
also a Royal Rumble, but
okay.
maybe I was thinking maybe save it. So I'll just say this on the podcast. I was thinking we do at least one watch along every month.
You think so?
Yeah, I think at least one a month. You know, I think would be nice.
That'd be something to look forward to too. Cause like
And
I'm
different. I like us trying. I like trying to differentiate our content,
yeah.
not
Because
just the
like
podcast. You know.
what I'd say is I'm not gonna was like I think us just doing the podcast doesn't really work. I think us having other things works. Like our interviews, um, which I'm not going to sit here and say 2021 is going to be a big interview year for miscellaneous discussions because like
Hmm.
we usually
We
like
don't
our
know that.
interviews. Yeah, we don't know that we start interviews. We usually want our interviews to be few and far between too. Like
Hmm.
uh, but yeah. Out of the guys that I was thinking of, the guy I told you about, I'd like to talk to him. And whenever Rob Martin wants to come back on, that'd be pretty cool.
Hmm.
And that's all I've got for
And
interview
it's like
wise. Because
with
Rob,
the specials, it's not like we like force ourselves to do them just because like we want to get views. Like we, to be honest with you, talking to Rob like my favorite thing we've done so far, and talking to Marky
if
Extreme, close second.
if we were a lot more calmer, I think that would have been a lot better.
Yeah,
We've said that before.
we like me and Drew like have bonded over our fandom of Marky Extreme since like 2019, like the year we met.
Yeah.
So we were just legitimate huge fanboys of Marky Extreme. We were not prepared to do that at all.
No.
And especially since that was like our first interview,
Yeah.
like we were not ready for that.
And what I'd say is, I think you live and learn, but that's on us. And we've learned from it because our Rob Martin interview, I think, went very, very well. I
Hmm.
really enjoyed that.
Yeah, like Marky Extreme, like I was struggling to think of questions just because I'm like, oh my god, I'm talking to Marky Extreme right now. But
Yeah,
like with Rob, like questions just start flowing out of my brain, you know? Like I had
and
more questions. Like I kept asking him questions after we got off air with him.
I
And
think
like
it
I
was
had
also because
even more questions.
we were trying to, I guess, keep Mark like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
Don't piss him off.
yeah, don't piss him off. And
Don't
I failed,
tick me off.
obviously. And with me with Skeeter, I think I was more prepared,
Mm-hmm.
but you could obviously tell I still wasn't ready to interview somebody like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Well, you
So,
did a way better job with that than the both of us combined with the Marky Extreme interview.
and even then, like, the whole Skeeter one was just, I don't know. I what I'd say with them too is if the opportunity came for them to come back on, we'd love to have them back on. Just I guess for us personally to redeem ourselves because I feel really bad about the Marquee Extreme interview.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think it'd be something else we got if we talked to Skeeter together because like you weren't prepared to talk to Skeeter so soon, which is why you didn't do it.
And that wouldn't have been the night you guys did it. That wouldn't have been a very good night for me because there was a
Yeah,
massive storm that night.
yeah. And because like if anyone here if anyone listening has watched the Skeeter interview, my power blinked on and off a couple times, and you said that your power was doing the same thing, so
Mm-hmm.
that would have been a little rough because I legitimately thought I was gonna have to stop recording.
That would have been so funny.
That was so embarrassing
That would have been
because
so funny if I would have got a text like, "I just got my power cut off during the Skeeter interview."
I said Sam stop recording. Do I keep going if my power goes out? And he said yeah, and I was like all right, and it didn't go out. So, because I was panicking, I was like, "Oh shit, I fucking why?" But
Oh
yeah,
man.
watch alongs we have a few in mind, and we have one interview, and I think that's enough right now because I do not want to plan terribly ahead just to
Yeah.
not disappoint myself.
The only thing the only thing I have planned ahead a little is just the watch alongs, like, because obviously if like big four pay per views do watch along shows for past shows of that particular show, like Rumble, we already have planned. Royal Rumble 3.
Mm. Oh shit.
But when I cut out,
You were saying Royal Rumble is 3, and then you cut out.
yeah, so that's a watch along we have planned for this month is the Royal Rumble 2003, and then I was thinking maybe for February do a watch along for the Royal Rumble 2011 because I really want to watch that Rumble, and I think that'd be a fun show to watch. You know.
March, we're gonna have to do a Mania though because apparently I forgot Mania is the last weekend of March this year.
Yeah. So and for Mania we have WrestleMania 24. That's the one we
Yeah,
agreed on, right?
yeah.
Is there any other manias you'd want to watch? Cause like that's the
Maybe.
only one that like really I like really want to watch because I've never seen
Yeah.
that show and I always hear it's great.
Maybe
And there's a couple of really fun matches on
Mania
that one.
19. I've been meaning to watch. I just never have. So I mean, that's just something I could watch in my own time too. Cause like I don't.
You've seen 17, right?
I've seen a few matches from it. I don't know if I've seen it in its
Oh my god, you
entirety.
gotta watch the full show.
Yeah,
It's the greatest wrestling show of all time.
I've heard that from a few people too. So that's what told me.
But
Eh,
and then we
And then
got a couple more. We got a couple more shows like on the watch list?
The match with the greatest wrestling match ever. The show with the greatest wrestling match ever too.
So Mania's March?
I think March. If it's a Sunday, it's March 27th. Okay, never mind. It's March 28th. 28th.
So WrestleMania. Okay, so yeah, so No Way Out. Let's do. Okay, so let's save the Royal Rumble 2011, and then this month watch Royal Rumble 03. Or which would you want to do? 03 or 11? 11 only has 11 only has the 40-man Rumble, and then a Divas title fatal 4-way, Miz and Orton, and then Edge and Ziggler. I have no idea what the 03 card is.
03 card is Benoit Angle, which is
Oh yeah,
that went like 45 minutes, didn't it? Or close to an hour.
I've never seen that match.
Triple H, Scott Steiner.
Oh,
The
oh,
the Dudley Boys versus Storm and Regal.
the Un-Americans.
Yeah. Undertaker.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, it was Taker. Wasn't it Taker? Was it Taker and Big Show?
Taker and Big Show was No Way Out, so it was Taker Returns.
Yeah,
and
so
that's
it
when
was
they
Brock
set up
and
Taker and Big Show.
Brock and Big
Brock
Show
and
winner
Big
got
Show,
in the Rumble.
And then Brock won the Rumble.
Mm. So yeah, let's do 03 and then let's save 2011.
Yeah.
Because I just want to watch that Rumble match. I don't care about the rest of the card.
We could just do like a watch along of that Rumble match, and then if you don't care about the rest of the show, like we could do 2 watch alongs, because like if we're just watching that match, and that would be.
Well, if we're gonna do a watch along, just might as well just watch the full show.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I don't know. We'll think about it, but definitely
We'll figure it out.
Definitely one, if not both of those shows for this month. Next month, No Way Out 2005 with the greatest wrestling match ever. And then March, WrestleMania 24.
Which I think that Mania was in March. I think that took place in March.
Might have been, I don't know.
I don't know. And do we have any other ones we wanted to watch after that? Or was it those?
Yeah, we got a couple. I made a full list earlier. So let's go through this real quick. So, Bragging Rights 09, Cyber Sunday 2007. For SummerSlam, I was thinking maybe SummerSlam 06.
Yeah. Well, I think with a lot of these, I guess, if we're still around by the summer, which we have every intention to be, we could do a good amount of watch-alongs because we're gonna almost have nothing to do this summer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we could probably do a good amount of watch-alongs.
And then, this one I posted Drew either yesterday or the day before.
Oh, good Lord.
So if anyone remembers, the November 26th episode of Raw, I believe, 2018, which is critically acclaimed to be maybe the worst wrestling show of all time, was critically acclaimed the worst episode of Raw of all time. There's literally nothing good on the entire show. I was thinking about maybe doing a watch along for that, just because it'd be fun. Because Raw has been hitting record low ratings as of late. So, compare the shows. Like, Drew, I don't even think we have to go back and rewatch the show to agree on this. The show is way better now than it was like at that time.
Oh yeah.
So I want to rewatch that, and then compare the two shows.
What I'll say about Raw is I'm sure Raw now is better than Raw then, but It's just Raw's a 3-hour show, and everyone finds it a chore to watch.
Uh-huh. Why watch a 3 hour show when you can watch YouTube clips, you know?
Yeah, and well, with us, like people think we sit there and just watch the whole show. No, you and I are usually on our phones the entire time, and when something happens, we text each other.
Yeah, like I play Candy Crush while Raw's on.
Yeah, so like I don't pay attention to the whole show. I
Yeah,
don't
like I
think I've.
don't pay attention and like pay attention to every single match. Like when a match is like on that I care about, like I'll put my phone down and like actually watch a match. Like I'll pay attention to, like promos and stuff. Like if MVP's on my screen, I'm putting my phone down and I'm paying attention. He's gonna talk about her business.
Hurt business. You
Sweet
care.
in her business. You're in the catering business. That's where you won't stay.
And yeah, I'm like that with every wrestling show, though. To be honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, so I don't really see the entire show. It's on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So anybody thinks I think Raw is good, I do not.
Oh, he's getting offended now. You're firing him up, people.
You motherfuckers, thinking I think Raw is good. Just 'cause I watch 205 Live for my boy Curtis Stallion. I hope that's his real name, too. Curtis. Still mad. Oh,
I'm gonna start watching. I'm gonna start watching 205 every week just for Ever Rise.
I don't think they were on this week. No need to
Oh,
watch.
oh, motherfucker!
I think it was. Alright, so from what I saw, it was Ashante the Adonis versus
Ugh,
Davari. Mario
ugh.
Davari. And Stallion and Gray, the Virgin Nerds, as you would call them. I think I'll call them that too. Against the Bollywood boys. Bolly.
Ugh. Are they heels?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
The fuck? That's why I was confused when you told me that 6 man. I'm like, why are
Yeah.
the heels teaming with the face, and the faces are teaming with the heel?
Listen, no, Everrise are baby faces in my book.
Yo, they're baby faces in my book too. To me, they're the biggest babyface team in NXT.
They're the biggest baby face team in the industry. No, the biggest babyface team is Moose and Goose.
Oh yeah, 100%, obviously.
Yeah. So
No shit. I'd put Everrise over though. Like I do
that's
the
right.
job one, two, I do the job clean 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring.
And then everybody's gonna be getting everyone's gonna go to the internet. Moose and Goose getting caught up to Raw and SmackDown.
And then you go, Moose and Goose buried by Everrise.
They said they were forced to say Everrise rules in an Everrise rules match. It's like an I Quit match, but you have to say Everrise rule. So even when Everrise loses, they win. But
Five.com reports that Michael Hickenbottom was behind the burial of Moose and Goose on NXT this week.
he said, and I quote, "There are no Austin Theory." Could you imagine meeting that dude in real life and just having to ask him, "Hey, so are you like a big fan of Austin Theory?" And he just,
I mean, he's all right.
yeah, and he's just like, would you be upset if just we lied to ourselves and lied to our audience? And then we find out Taker's idol isn't main event Jey Uso. I think I I think I'd be crushed. But so NXT New Year's Evil. Nick,
Hey
what do you
Drew,
think?
I'm just kidding. Hey Drew, the show's already 3 hours.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn, we
We're
really.
trying to keep this under 3 hours. We've been just bullshitting this whole time, which is what the podcast should be. It's supposed to be.
I think this should be living up to our name, part 2. We're going back to episode 1, motherfuckers. I don't know. We'll come up with a name. But
I let Drew come up with the name for last week's pod.
yeah, I couldn't come up with one. I said I'll take Roman Reigns when the Kevin Owens quote. It was not a good name. I didn't like the name. I was mad at myself after.
I was gonna have it be Johnny Hungy.
We should have made it
come up with it because I don't care.
It should have been on what Warren said. I think the boy has some sugar in his britches.
Which, by the way, last week's podcast was a fucking mess.
It was. And Warren, I'm not blaming you, but I'm blaming you.
It was funny though.
It was fun. Apparently, he showed his mom it though. So he kept it. He said his mom thought it was good. She was proud of her. She was proud of her little Warren.
Her little man.
Yes, sir. He made it.
The highlight of the pod last week was fucking Darian's fucking weird ass fucking popping in.
Yeah,
hey, man. Why don't Giant Gonzalez have a dick though? And then leaves.
And then you got So Nick, what'd you think of how Dexter Lumis was dressed on New Year's Eve?
Dexter Lumis. He's just nice.
he dressed for the occasion.
Alright, so this show's been going about 5 minutes, I think, under 3 hours. So Drew, let's try and speed through NXT and SmackDown.
Let's do it. So Damian Priest with a weird ass haircut versus Karrion Kross. Which
my favorite Karrion Kross match so far.
And Scarlett.
Oh.
This is a PG show. We're gonna keep it like that.
Is it though?
No, it's not.
But yeah, my favorite Karrion Kross match so far.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Hey, Big Mac, I'm still standing.
Still standing, bitch. That's like that's like Kross's trigger word.
It's everybody's trigger word in the WWE. And Kross gets the win. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
But didn't Keith Lee call him a bitch?
He might have. No, he said, You are now in some deep shit.
Was it Keith Lee cutting a promo on Karrion Kross where someone said the line of man versus boy?
That was Keith Lee.
Yeah. Was it on Kross?
Yeah. Where's Kross? Give me Kross.
I tried to find that line. I want to see that clip. And I thought it was Keith Lee cutting a promo on Karrion Kross, but I couldn't find it. But yeah, I really like Kross's. When Kross works a legitimate match, he's all right. He's pretty solid. I'm still not as big a fan of Kross as a lot of other people are, though. I'm still not quite looking forward to him winning back the NXT title.
NXT TakeOver St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Which I doubt I don't know if they're going to call it that. Even though it's on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Finn's definitely only holding that title for another month.
Yeah. after this was it Rhea and Raquel? Oh wait, no, it was Santos Escobar against Grand Metalik. Daniel Bryan's match of the night, and
Matches, it was alright.
it was alright. You texted me. You were like, "Is this? He's only defended the belt against like Swerve."
Yeah, cause fucking, I think it was Barrett. He
Yeah,
was
Barrett
like,
said he had like one of the most. He has him and I
yeah,
think
he's
he
like,
said Io.
he said, I put Santos Escobar up there with Io Shirai for dominant title reigns. I said, that's absolute fucking bullshit.
Just because he's had the belt for since June doesn't mean the reign has been
It's
dominant.
been a shit title reign. And I say that not because I don't like Santos Escobar, but it's been a shit title reign. I don't know how anyone could not say that, you know?
He hasn't defended the belt, but like twice.
Yeah.
He defended against Swerve at Takeover. He may have defended against Swerve again on NXT, but I don't think he
Yeah,
did.
he defended against Swerve on TV before TakeOver. And that's what
Okay.
set up the TakeOver match. Remember, he hit him with the gimmick mask?
Oh yeah. And then he never faced Maverick for the belt, which was weird in my opinion.
That was dumb.
Um he's got a match with
There
Stallion. Stallion's had
hasn't.
a shot for 2 months.
Him and Atlas wasn't for the title at Halloween Havoc for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird too.
We all thought I think me and you both thought it was for the title at some point though.
Yeah, because we were like, "Oh, we gotta put a prediction up because this is for the title," and then you went, "This isn't for the title." I was
And
like,
then
"All
we're like,
right,
oh fuck, who cares?
yeah." And then
Hey wait, did you notice Damian Priest was a little off in that match with Karrion Cross? Like he was a little sloppy at some points.
a little, but I don't know. So you trying to tell me he's hurt or something?
No, he just looked a little botchy at some points, so weird.
I really just couldn't get over how rough his hair looked. Just like that did not work for him, in my opinion.
But
Like, I
yeah,
mean, if it's cool for him, it's cool for him. You know, it's whatever. It's his life, not mine.
Rhea Ripley, Raquel Gonzalez, last woman standing match. I think
This
the
was
reason I didn't enjoy this match as much as other people is I unintentionally watched Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. First time I rewatched that, I rewatched that on Sunday. Completely just forgetting about NXT this week, you know. So
Oh yeah, from Evolution.
yeah, watching that match and then watching this match, I'm like, okay, this isn't as good as Becky and Charlotte, you know.
That didn't go as long, did it?
Becky and Charlotte was like half an hour.
No, I mean Rhea and Raquel. Like that went like
That's like 20 minutes or something.
was it? Holy cow!
What?
No,
How long did you think it was?
like 12 minutes.
Oh no, that was had to have been at least like 20.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it.
It did
Yeah,
feel like it was very sped up, you know.
yeah. Dakota getting locked in a locker was pretty funny though. She didn't even
That
get
was
locked
pretty
in the
funny.
locker. She just got shut and yeah,
Yeah.
that was funny.
Yeah,
Raquel
I did.
won. Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead. Sorry.
I did really enjoy this match, but having watched what it will probably go down as the best last woman standing match of all time in Charlotte and Becky, this match, I like unintentionally comparing the matches in my head the whole time, you know.
Yeah.
And they even shared a spot, you know, the when Raquel put her Rhea through the table and then started burying her on her chairs and stuff. That was in the Becky Charlotte match, you know.
So Nick, did you like to finish the one arm power bomb through the stage?
Yeah, that was a good finish.
It was a good finish. Raquel
Good
won
finish.
here. Raquel got the win. Nick, no surprise here.
No.
No, I wouldn't say so without. No surprise with me either. Now I know after every big Rhea Ripley loss, I think everybody says she's going up.
Yeah.
When she lost to Io, I thought she was going up after she lost to Io, and then she didn't go up. So I was like, okay, you know.
Yeah, I fully expect to see Rhea Ripley in the Women's Royal Rumble this year.
I do too, and you expect to see Damian Priest in the men's room.
Damian Priest, yes, I do.
And he's gonna come up and he's
And
gonna go.
get in there with. He's gonna get in there with Kevin. He's go, hey Kev, we have heat.
What?
Bam! Forearm. Shoot forearm. Breaks his nose.
Shoot forearm. Kevin's bleeding, and Kevin just is like upset. He's like, "What did I do?" That's not Italian.
What did I do? Jey Uso super kick. It's my Lanús.
Kevin Owens has been eliminated.
But it's like he gets like shoot eliminated when he's supposed to win.
Fucking he tells Vince. Vince, he shoot eliminated me. Who? Damien. Damien, come here.
I give you this shot. This is how you repay me. Get your ass out of here now.
What? Vince.
Well, yeah. What?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You know who I feel sorry for? Austin Theory. Not really, though.
That dude got hit in the nuts.
That was so fucking funny. That was
funny. He called her Mike Wazowski,
so
and I was like, well, nah.
I popped so hard for that. And I'm not even a Monsters Inc. fan. Never even seen the movies.
It's a pretty good movie.
That was so funny.
No, Mike Wazowski. You're not gonna.
And
then she shot him in the balls.
That was so funny. Like, I could see it coming from a mile away, but it was still hilarious.
Because it's Austin
And he
Theory.
sold it great, too.
But, so this led to Shotzi and Kushida against Johnny and Candice. And it was Dexter Loomis's match. He booked.
I paid attention to about 30 seconds of this entire match, to be honest with you.
I just listened to the commentary and how Vic Joseph wanted Wade Barrett to die.
Yeah, I paid attention to Loomis on commentary.
So, yeah, Kushida and Shotzi won, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever. So, Nick, I actually have a question for you. Who's gonna be
Johnny, by the way, got dropped toe hold. dropped toe holded and headbutted Watson Theory in the nuts. So Theory took fucking 2 good shots right in the cojones, or in the ghoulies, as Wade Barrett called them.
Oh, the ghoulies!
Right in the ghoulies! Right in the ghoulies!
Poor Austin Theory, not really.
No, you think poor Austin Theory.
Well, not really, actually. The nut shots probably were coming.
Fucking Corny and Hickenbottom think poor Austin Theory.
Hickenbottom was crying. Corny is upset that Theory's with Gargano.
But what were you gonna say before?
I was gonna say, who do you think Shotzi's partner is gonna be in the Dusty Cup, Women's Dusty Cup?
Either Rhea or Ember.
I think it'll be Ember. Because if Rhea's going up, then you know.
Oh, who even knows?
I only see Priest going up because he's a big guy.
Damian Priest. You got heat?
Damian, we're going to put you on Raw. Why? I don't want to go to Raw. Kevin doesn't like you. I don't want to
go to Raw. That's where Keith Lee is. I don't like Keith Lee. Yeah, when you told me that apparently he's going to go to Raw, I sent you that quote. Keith Lee, look forward to taking that United States title off of your shoulder.
Do you think that Raw needs him more than SmackDown?
I don't know. They got a lot of big guys already.
They've
You know,
got a
they
lot of
already
big
got they
guys.
already, they already
It's
got
just a
Drew, Keith Lee, and Bobby Lashley. You know.
yeah. It's just like a mess over there. Like you probably just think that they need him.
Oh, and they got Fiend too.
Yeah. So send Priest to SmackDown.
Yeah. But don't have him be Kevin Owens' friend for no reason.
Yeah. Don't do that. No.
But oh,
Oh,
by the
and
way, I got.
Timothy Thatcher's also injured. By the way, I'm sure y'all know that if you
Oh no,
watch the
that was a.
show.
I learned that today. It came out that it was kayfabe.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but we don't. We still don't know what the real reason was though. Why that match was pulled.
Don't know.
But during NXT, I got a Go Big Show commercial. Found that interesting.
Well, it's because they don't have a problem with TBS. Dude, they had AEW commercials throughout WWE in 2019, so I mean, like, it just depends on what the network or where you buy commercials at.
Oh, Women's Dusty Cup. I think we mentioned that earlier. That should be fun. Oh, we just mentioned that a few minutes ago too. Huh?
Oh yeah, Nick. Big news. You heard it here first from Miscellaneous Discussions. Break the news right now.
Oh, major. Miscellaneous Discussions exclusive. Skylar Story, aka Brandy Lauren, will be in the Women's Dusty Cup.
That's right. You know why? Because she changed her name on Instagram to her WWE name. That's gotta mean she's in it right now.
Oh no, it doesn't gotta mean. It does mean. Because this is a Miscellaneous Discussions exclusive. First one ever.
And Nick, who's your partner gonna be?
It's gonna be Aaliyah. Oh my god, that actually is probably gonna be her partner. Because
Yeah,
remember fucking Robert Stone was on her Instagram?
yeah, and she like replied like, "I'll have my people call your people." She's the only person who did that too, because everybody else just
Oh
didn't
my god.
respond to him.
Yeah, yeah, that's the first time I thought about that today. Yeah, it is gonna be Skylar Story and Aaliyah. That's another team. It's gonna be in a
Well,
big first round loss team.
they're my team. I'm gonna leave it at that.
No, what about? I thought your team was Marie Shafir and Jessamine Duke.
That's Roddy's team, and Roddy can do whatever he wants.
Look, if they actually do have them in the Dusty Cup, please just keep their match short. Please just keep it short.
What you think? Who do you think's winning the Dusty Cup women's?
I hope it's Raquel and Dakota.
And for the men's, you want Everrise.
I want Everrise, but I don't know. Probably Yui.
How good do you think Cole and Roddy are going to be together?
Probably pretty good.
Because like that's what I'm interested in. Because everyone's like, oh, because I think they've been around each other long enough. You can just interchange them and they'll be all right. You know what I mean?
I'm just very intrigued to see how Cole works as a tag team wrestler.
Yeah, I am too.
Because I've never seen him work as a tag team wrestler.
Unless he's had to.
Yeah,
Like at
I've
a New
never seen him work.
Orleans.
Yeah, well, like that was. I don't even count that because he got took out like pretty much the entire match.
Brother, he said, I took too many ladder bumps earlier in the night. I'm not working.
uh,
Oh, the main event too,
yeah, a good match.
yeah. It was a good match.
I
Everyone's
don't
mad
know.
about the finish though, which I get. But I think it
I
makes
just don't understand what the point of this match was. Why not just like was it really that important that Finn gets his receipt? Like just do Finn and done. Would have been way more interesting.
this is my big question, Nick. So they teased Finn Balor and Pete Dunne. They had a little confrontation last week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's the takeover match, or do you think it's
There's
Finn and
no,
Cross?
there's. I don't know what the fuck what Cross would waste his time with in between now and Mania Takeover.
What do you think? There's going to be a Mania takeover? There's got to
Yeah,
be.
obviously.
So there's going to be a takeover in February and in March.
Oh wait, oh. What the fuck? Why are they doing this fucking February takeover again?
Why didn't you just do one this month? The fuck did I need New Year's Evil for?
Fucking Levesque. I will fucking kill you!
Levesque, you're making this harder than it needs to be. Not saying Hickenbottom would do any better, though. That
Yeah,
dude
we've
doesn't even
seen
book
NXT
takeovers.
UK.
He doesn't even book takeovers.
Yeah, that's the only thing fucking Triple H books on NXT UK is the takeovers.
But, the main event was good. Nick, I think I understood the finish. I've heard everyone's mad at the finish because it's like, I guess I don't know. It's a weird way to finish a match, but I get it. I mean, he had damage done to the jaw and he couldn't take anymore.
I understand why they did that story for the match of, oh, now Kyle's jaw is hurt, but I just thought it was just, oh, come on.
Yeah, what's next for Kyle?
Whew. Oh, fucking have Kyle beat Gargano.
I'm fine with that too. But I think Kyle's gonna float around the main event scene now.
Have like, uh, I don't know.
Because now with Priest probably going up, the main event scene is Finn Balor, Pete Dunne, Karrion Kross, and Kyle O'Reilly.
Mm-hmm.
And you could probably, if you wanted to shove somebody else in there, I'd probably shove in like when Cameron Grimes comes back, Cameron Grimes. But I think he needs to stay in the mid card. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. Thatcher and Ciampa, throw them in there.
Man, I haven't really thought about that. Man, to me, man, the main event scene in NXT is really weak right now.
Yeah, they've only got 4 guys now.
Like, you have Finn, who, in my opinion at least, has not been on the top of his game the past few months.
Well, he's
Uh,
been hurt, so he has an excuse there.
no, like this entire run has not been on the top of his game, in my opinion.
The whole NXT
Uh,
run.
no, his whole NXT title run,
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah,
except that the build with him and Kyle, but like those promos he was doing, like when he came back, like the cat's away and now it's not time to play and all those promos, like I just thought were dumb and I haven't enjoyed. I don't know, I just have not been enjoying them lately. I don't know why. Just because I want something different. Like, to me, it was up to me. The big feud for 2021 for NXT would be Pete Dunne versus Kyle O'Reilly for the NXT title. Because those two have chemistry. Like, oh my god, chemistry, you know?
yeah,
Like, give me a Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano style trilogy with those two, you know?
yeah. I agree with you.
But
And then besides that, Cross, who just you have no other choice with Cross. Like he is a main eventer, and
just send them up to main roster already. Does not fit in NXT.
then Dunn could be your top heel, but like No, there's no but
Dunn
to it.
would be their top heel if it wasn't for Cross.
Yeah. But and yeah, that's it. That's literally all they've got. If you want to count Ciampa and Thatcher, they're there too.
They
And
have they have people that they could build up to be main Avengers. I feel like
like
Ciampa would need some. I don't know what Ciampa would need. He does not feel like a main Avenger.
I think you said this before we started the pot. So we said this talking about the ladder match at Takeover 30. We're talking about who'd be in it. It might have been when we were going live on Instagram. You said that Ciampa going to the North American title would be a step down. So
Did I say that?
you did.
Hmm. I don't know if I
Dude,
agree with that. Because I
I'd
thought,
like to see him with the North American title.
yeah, if he would go with, yeah, because yeah, I don't think it'd be a step down because it'd be the story of him trying to be a Triple Crown winner.
Yeah.
If I did say that, it was probably just because I really wanted to see Ciampa get the title back in 2020. Now at this point, I've gotten over it.
Yeah. But so that was
After
New
they
Year's
fucking
Eve.
blue balled me that fatal 4-way.
Ooh, Jesus. But so Nick, what'd you think of New Year's Eve? I thought it was a pretty good show.
It's a pretty good show, yeah.
And then we go to Friday Night SmackDown, which happened, I guess,
Get
yesterday.
your ass out here. Pierce! Now! That was so funny.
Cuts to the
So
vignette
funny.
that was just a huge rib to Taker. It was just Jey Uso getting main event, Jey Uso getting beat up.
And then Roman, what do you have to say for yourself? Do you also find Roman extremely hilarious?
Do?
It's his delivery, like that smarmy delivery. Oh, it's so great.
Yeah. It's like he can be that aggressive heel, but then he can be that asshole.
Hmm.
So I think
He's so good.
he covers all the aspects of being a heel. He's got both.
Dude, do you
Um,
agree? He's one of the top 5 best wrestlers of the past 20 years.
that's 20 years. We're going just all around, right? Like he's got
Hmm.
it all.
All around best wrestlers, total
Yeah,
package wrestlers,
I'd say
past 20
so.
years.
Him,
See, I'd put him up
him,
there with
Cena.
Brock and Cena, Orton.
Would you consider Batista total package? I really. Yeah,
Uh, yes, but not top 5.
that's fair. Triple H, I guess, if you wanted to put him up there.
No, I'm talking about like wrestlers who debuted past 20
Oh,
years.
okay. Yeah. He's top five. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's just get into the meat and potatoes of this show.
Let's just do
Dolph,
that. What
Dolph
you wait?
Ziggler.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into your meat and potatoes, I need to talk about this Big E and Apollo match. Nick, what'd you think of it?
Oh, it's really good. I really enjoyed it.
It was really good. Apollo slapped Big E though. That was unnecessary.
I'd like to see those two have a pay-per-view match.
I thought that's what they was leading to after the double double pinfall.
Hey, wait, Drew, you see Apollo's, that line to Big E, that IC title that I kind of helped you win. And then, his behavior in this match. Do you think they're building to an Apollo Crews heel turn or something?
Do you think they need heels? Because I don't know what they're gonna do with Sammy. Because it seems like Sammy's moved on from the Intercontinental title, and I might be wrong.
True, he's still going around saying that he's the champion and still wears a shirt that says, I am the Intercontinental Champion.
He shouldn't have hit the gauntlet. That was dumb for the world
No, he
title.
should have. I liked that.
Motherfucker, get out of here. Nobody wants to be in the Universal title if you want to be the Intercontinental Champion. And then, I don't know. I guess you do kind of need heels in the mid card, don't you? Even though, there's Cesaro now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't know who's going to take the title off of Big E. Hopefully it's not like Corbin. I like Corbin, but I don't want him to take the belt off Big E.
If it's Seth Rollins.
Anyway, what? I was thinking about this earlier. It's weird how many henchmen that Baron Corbin has had. Like, when you think about it, he's had a lot of henchmen. Drew,
Hey,
Lashley, Shinsuke, and Cesaro for a little bit. And last year,
Ziggler and Rude.
Ziggler and Rude. Why do people keep wanting to fucking protect this guy?
Corbin? It's probably because Corbin cooks a lot. See that motherfucker's Instagram?
Yeah.
Alright,
Like,
cooking a turkey. Okay.
hey, I let you have invitation for my barbecue if you help me win match. Okay.
Oh man, free food. And
But true. Come
now
on.
he's got
Let's
now
get
he's got the Forgotten Sons.
huh?
I said now he's got Blake and Cutler.
Mm-hmm.
But go
A
ahead,
lot
go
of
ahead.
henchmen for some reason. It's weird.
Because Corbin's just not a singles guy. He needs lackeys.
But Drew, come on. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show.
Yeah, man, what a shocker. I really didn't expect this.
Neither did I. Such a nice surprise. Thank you,
The
SmackDown.
the Dirty Dogs, Nick.
Yes, sir. They need to start using that on TV. Start
They,
calling them that
Corey
on
Graves
TV.
calls them that. Didn't
Does he?
I think he called them. He said, "The Dirty Dogs have done it," or something like that.
Because Corey's in the know.
Yeah, Corey
You think
understands.
Cole knows what a fucking dirty dog is?
Probably thinks it's something dirty, if you get what I mean. Oh,
Innuendo.
yeah, there you go.
But yeah, the SmackDown Tag Team titles, this has been said multiple times by multiple people. They're worthless, just like the Raw Tag Team titles. But I'm happy anytime Dolph Ziggler wins any sort of title. Because Dolph Ziggler is my third favorite wrestler of all time, right behind Cena and Gargano. So I just love seeing him win anything, especially titles.
This was a nice
And
surprise.
I like
I
I like the pairing of Ziggler and Rude.
I think that. Well, I don't want to rain on Nick's parade, but I think this is just gonna. The Profits are winning them back, and that'll be that.
I don't know. I
But
thought the Profits were just gonna keep them, and then the Usos would take the belts off them. I think me and you both said that.
we did. What if Jimmy just doesn't come back?
I kind of hope he doesn't. I don't want the Usos anymore. Like I've seen enough of the Usos. I want main event Jey Uso.
I want Jimmy Uso to go to Raw. Go be with Naomi, you motherfucker. I
No, no,
want.
I do want to see Jimmy Uso come back so we can see a singles match between Jimmy and Jay. Because I legitimately, like, not joking at all when saying this, I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
And Jey Uso, by the way, is just like Pat McAfee. Like we say, like he's one of the mascots, and we say he's great and all that. But like, I don't know about you, but when I say it, like, I think he is legitimately like really fucking great.
I think he's very good.
He's not like a goat or anything, and like we put him over, like we over exaggerate how much we think of him. But like I do legitimately think he's really fucking good, and he was definitely one of the breakout stars of 2020, if not the breakout star.
Didn't he win Breakout Star 2020?
I don't know.
But
I agree with Drew McIntyre. It should have been MVP, whoever it was.
Drew McIntyre should have been.
Hmm?
MVP did say that, yeah. But
No, McIntyre said it should have been MVP.
oh yeah. You're right.
Oh, by the way, did you notice Ziggler changed up his hat?
I did see that special occasion.
Yeah, he came from Ohio. He's used to beanies.
Yeah. And then Nick, what'd you think of this? Oh, Nick, you know what we didn't hear this week?
Blue collar working man.
Damn, let's go. Blue collar solid, blue collar solid. I'm a working man. Nick, let's talk about this gauntlet.
Let's very quickly talk about this gauntlet because we are 3.5 hours, I believe.
Remember when I thought we went 4 hours last week? Yeah, we're about to do it this week.
Yeah, this was a really good match. Shinsuke Nakamura, surprisingly, was the star of the match. That shocked me.
What do you think? I was really just thinking they're just gonna have him eat shit and get pinned by Adam Pearce, which I guess technically is what they did. But
Well, no, not really.
not really, because Jay and Roman beat his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which shouldn't have Shinsuke Nakamura won by disqualification.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, so is Shinsuke the number one contender? Apparently the match didn't start. I didn't. That's not the rules, I don't think.
That's not how gauntlet matches work.
Oh, motherfucker. God damn it, Vince. Making his own goddamn rules.
Disqualifications are very warped on SmackDown. Remember when Roman Reigns hit Otis with the steel stairs, which is disqualification, but he wasn't disqualified.
Yes, I do.
Oh man.
What the fuck?
But yeah, Ray beat Sammy in like 15 seconds.
Which
Uh,
that worked. I think that worked.
mm, um, Shinsuke beat Ray. Shinsuke then beat Corbin, and then Shinsuke beat Bryan. Shinsuke put on a fantastic performance. Shook Bryan's hand, confirmed that Shinsuke is now a babyface. Finally, thank God that awful heel run is finally over.
And now,
Drew, can you think of a heel run that buried a superstar more than that one?
he'll run that bury a superstar more. Does Dean Ambrose count?
Oh yeah, ooh yeah, that's a good shout.
Dean Ambrose. Do you think Len Lashley turned heel in 2018? That kind of buried him.
Well,
Because I
I
don't know if
don't
a lot of
know.
people liked Lashley when he was a face. I mean, I didn't mind him. I was like, oh, cool. It's kind of cool to see Lashley again. You know, and all that stuff. Then he turned heel and started bending down. That was
I
a
don't know. I
little
wouldn't
weird.
blame that on the turn itself. I would just blame that on the booking of the turn because he's still a heel and he's fantastic right now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I just yeah. Besides Ambrose, I wouldn't say any.
Yeah, but yeah, then no, Adam Pearce won the match because Jay super kicked him and
Oh,
put
what
him
a
on top of
sell by Adam
Shinsuke.
Pearce too. That
I said, "We're a
motherfucker.
worker. We're a worker."
He slumped and fell.
That dude slump. At
That
least he
brother.
didn't do the At least he didn't do the fucking ricochet. Oh,
Dude,
that
somebody
would
sent
have
me
been
a
funny though.
video of EDP playing GTA, and he got
Oh,
in like a helicopter. No, it was like a plane, and he was like, "I got to get this bitch off the ground," and he drives it like literally like 5 feet, and it blows up, and he goes, "Oh, that is fucking beautiful."
uh,
But so Adam Pearce is the number one contender for the Universal Championship.
yeah. Talk about it before already. Since
Yeah.
it's SmackDown, I have full confidence that they'll book it well. And I'm very excited to see Shinsuke come back and get a match with Roman. And I'm so happy that Shinsuke seems to be now a top babyface on SmackDown.
Do you think Bryan's like, and this is just good on Daniel Bryan if he's just like sacrificing his match for somebody else, which I don't think he
Oh
is.
no no
He's
no
gonna get a
no
match,
no no no
but
no!
he's telling like whoever, like Vince and all them, like get these guys
Yeah,
like
you give these
roots.
guys opportunities, get these guys shots, give these guys, let these
Like
guys have
I'll
the
do what
opportunity
you
to
want me to
shine.
do. Like I'll work a main event match, but like get these guys
Brian's
too.
definitely Brian's definitely still going to get his feud with Roman,
Yeah.
but I definitely do think Brian's responsible for uh, getting so many new guys, so many new opportunities on SmackDown, putting in the good word.
I think that's I think he probably has a lot to say too, like because I'm sure Roman sees it too, and Roman has freedom with his character, so he's
Mm-hmm.
like, I want to work this guy and this guy, and you know, which
Mm-hmm.
is does that show you a lot of difference about SmackDown, or do you just think Vince doesn't trust a lot of guys on Raw like he does on SmackDown?
I don't know.
Because like I
There's
don't
definitely there's like a huge there is a huge difference between SmackDown and Raw.
like if you want to go anywhere in the brand split, I'd want to go to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Even when there wasn't a huge difference, I think I'd just rather go to SmackDown.
And what sucks is that people now say because Raw is so bad, people say that WWE in general is bad when it's not. It's just Raw. SmackDown is fantastic every single week.
NXT is good. See, I'm not going to say fantastic because NXT is usually just meh.
NXT's solid,
Yeah, NXT's solid.
but the star of the three shows is SmackDown right now, and it is every week
Yeah,
because you have the top champion not only of WWE but in my opinion of wrestling right now with Roman Reigns.
you can quote me on this, and I think I've said it. Roman Reigns is the only star in professional wrestling right now. The only star you can make out of wrestling money with.
Mm-hmm.
And who do I think is second? If you have to ask me that, I think it's Drew,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
But yeah, you have the top champion of wrestling with Roman Reigns. You have the workhorse championship, the Intercontinental title, and you have it on great talent in Big E. You have, you got Street Profits. They had a really great reign as tag team champions, both with the Raw and SmackDown belts. Oh, combine that reign. The reigns themselves, the SmackDown reign itself was nothing pretty much, but their two combined reigns were great together. Now you have the Dirty Dogs as champions. They should be really good. And you have
And
Sasha, who's
Sasha,
one of the best female wrestlers in the world,
yeah.
just killing it as champion. You have Carmella, who's starting to really prove herself. You have Bayley and Bianca, great side feud in the women's division going on.
Then you got the underneath stuff, which
Like
if you
Otis
watch,
and Gable, which is honestly pretty good.
yeah. And Nick, do you feel for Cesaro? I kind of do, and I kind of don't, just because like I think Cesaro will be alright. He's fine doing what he's doing.
I really like Cesaro, but not as much as a lot of other people do. Like I'm not one of these people that are like,
I'm,
oh, I want to see Cesaro win the WWE title. Like I don't want to see him as world champion. Well,
I
it's
think
not like I don't
he.
want to see him as a world champion. I'm not like one of these people like desperately wants him to win the title.
I think
Like if
what
he
I'd
never wins a
say
world title, I'm completely fine.
is their chance to make him WWE champion. I just don't think it was the right time. 2016, I
Or
think, or 2015.
2015, yeah, as well. Like right after he had those two matches with Cena,
He
and if
also
he would
got
have won,
hurt
if
too.
he would have won, Cesaro, if he would have won that WWE title tournament at Survivor Series, whew, man, you would have had a star on your hands.
Who did he get knocked out by? Kevin Owens?
Might have been Roman.
Was he a heel then? I thought he was a babyface.
Who, Cesaro?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a heel.
Really?
Think so.
So he just came back as a babyface. Alright.
Might have been a tweener. I don't know.
Because, like, I think it was at the point where, like, I think they knew people like Cesaro, so they were using him more.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think he was a babyface because I think he was feuding with Kevin Owens for a little bit before Owens beat Ryback, the
Oh,
big
yeah.
guy.
Oh, yeah, because they had that match at SummerSlam. I don't
So,
know.
I guess he was. But I know he got hurt, like, late 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So, and 2016 was just, like, it was Roman's reign when he came back, and he was around, like, the circle of guys that were just feuding with each other, which was pretty much the guys in the ladder match, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. But yeah, that's the wrestling for this week. Genesis
Just want
is
to get,
tonight. Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
yeah. Just want to get into one personal thing before we end this off. This week, got the AEW Unrivaled Cody Rhodes.
Yes,
Finally,
sir. Yes, sir.
was told that I was getting a late Christmas present. Thought it was going to be Jon Moxley. It was Cody. Very happy. Really want that Jon Moxley, but honestly, I had to choose between that and Cody. I'd go Cody. This figure is fantastic. So great. So glad I finally have it in my collection. Highlight of my week.
I have some
When I
stuff coming tomorrow, Nick.
when I walked in the house and I saw this on the counter, in the words of Scott D'Amore, I said, "Kiss you if it wasn't for COVID." When looking at the Cody figure.
There you go. It is a really great figure. So, Nick, you and I both have Cody and Kenny now. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Hey, which Kenny do you prefer, by the way?
The Unrivaled.
Mm.
Yeah. But
If you ever, so obviously the AEW figure, the heads pop off easily. If you ever,
yeah.
let me see how, you get a chance. Let me see how that head, the the AEW ring head Kenny looks on the Series 1.
I think I can just pop it off just easily. Like, I don't have to do anything extra.
No, the parts on the AEW figures, they come off easily.
Oh, okay.
Like you can just like pop the head right off, and the torso comes off easily too.
Yeah.
Like you just pop them off.
Cool. Yeah, I think I can do that.
Just I'm curious how that looks. But yeah, as of right now, the next thing I have coming in is Darby Allin and Tony Storm next month. I'm
Yeah.
waiting until I get all of my money in before I make a big ringside order, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I was gonna bring back match of the week because I haven't done that in a few weeks, but let's just end it. Bring
Yeah,
that
we
next
went a
week.
long ass time. I'm
Yeah.
sorry for
We
everybody.
apologize.
Um, First things first, with social media, you can find me on Instagram at vanilla_midget for real. Vanilla midget. Vanilla midget. And you can find my figure account, which I think, look out for a post tomorrow on there. At Little Boots Guy Productions. And Nick, where can they find you?
Follow me on Instagram at Gargano_is_God. You can find the podcast at Miscellaneous Discussions on Instagram, at MISC Discussions on Twitter.
That's
Find us
right.
on YouTube, Miscellaneous Discussions, and you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and wherever you listen to podcasts. Miscellaneous discussions.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. We're the greatest. You suck. Cheers.
The low rider is a little high.